I'm just going to wait for it to pop up. Do I have to press play? Oh no, yeah, we're good. And yeah, we can see everyone. Cool. That's confirmation is if we ever needed it. How the fuck do I get to this? Right, here we go. Let me go to my notes. Okay. I was sober in session 3, so probably actual notes. Okay, so
Alright, Rick.
session 3. Apparently all the nat ones happen. No one can hit unless they're a caster. I think did we open to the book fight? We were still in the fight with the books?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. Avalyn should lose a bit of a finger, but Sevi is forgiving. However, Etin continues by then shooting her with an arrow. The books are both filled and providing us with knowledge as they wreck us in this fight. Kovu saves the day, even offering some numbness to Avalyn's wounds. Avalyn cure wounds herself, and Kovu and Etin go round cutting the fuck out of all the books. As we search around, we find a door to the south, as well as a door that we passed earlier. After the group are unable to bust the locked southern door open, Kovu teleports into the room and begins searching, later discovering all sorts of invisible things using the Lantern of Revealing. Meanwhile, Avalyn and Taryn check the central door that we passed earlier, finding a strange statue and the key to the southern room, finally freeing Kovu. The group then interact with statues around this environment, resulting in the water slowly draining out of the cavern, leaving rooms partially submerged and the rest entirely drained. As we search, we find the remainder of the statues, and Taryn and Avalyn find 5 keys, all visually different, while searching 2 rooms in the north. We try in vain to solve the riddle. After much ado, it becomes apparent that Taryn and Avalyn found an empty chest. Using the lantern, we find the remaining orb and place it. I don't think I mentioned orbs up until that point, but orbs are involved. This drains all the rooms entirely. This shows us the big iron doors and their riddles. Fortunately, Taryn's Comprehend Languages spell allows us to read everything. We quickly work out the order to turn the locks and head down the stairs. Having done so, we enter a room with many statues. Following an attack from Taryn, 4 of the statues spring into action. As 2 are taken down, it seems 2 still stand and combat ensues. As we move through to the next room, we pull a chest towards us. Doing so pulls a water creature towards us, and Kovu fires a lightning bolt, dealing 29 damage, which I think was relevant to how much damage this thing has taken. Whether or not the full effect of the spell is felt remains unseen. And that is the notes. I don't know how many notes I'm going to make.
Basically, everything
very good.
but where
Very
we left off.
Thank you,
Because I
thank you.
did not remember that entire part.
Thank you, Josh.
But
No
yeah,
problem,
I mean,
no problem.
Great notes.
I'm going to go get some booze.
Very good. Oh, shit.
That's
Let's
you
go.
done for the night.
Thanks, everyone. If you could just at me at
Not
my
gonna be
PayPal
here.
and
You know,
send all of
So
your
high
cash
stream.
donations to
sponsor
my
me on Patreon and
high stream.
Hi, stream.
what's going on stream?
Send all of your money.
I'm over here if you want to see me.
Buy the merch. Buy the
I can see you,
merch.
man. I've got you on.
Oh, you got Twitch.
Oh
Yeah, I
god,
wanted to see what you look like.
merch is available on our website, guys.
I am very zoomed in, I will admit.
If you can't find it on the website, you don't know where my PO box
You're not coming through, Josh.
That was not good. That was very upsetting.
That was aggressively done.
Yeah.
How about
That was aggressively
You're back,
not
you're back.
okay.
Oh, I forgot to bring up.
Right. Right. I need to study my character sheet again.
What are you doing?
I'm finishing this one so that I can make a new one.
Down it. Down it. Down it. Do it on camera.
I already did. It's been on the fridge for like 3 days, so now I have a really cold glass, which is quite nice.
Okay.
Gross.
So where were we at this moment? The moment that we finished the last session.
So we just went through, and we were fighting a big water elementally type thing, and I lightning bolted it, and then we stopped.
Okay. Yeah,
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 I walked
thank
into
you.
a room
Actually,
and it was just like,
Sevi putting the map
where?
up actually helped me remember. Lovely. Thank you very much. I remember now, yes, and we were about to
Yeah, this is what happened.
yes, I remember this room. The room
Remember?
where the freaking statues
This
just would
thing
not stop.
came out of like nowhere and then like grew.
Whoosh.
It was even bigger than that, I'm pretty sure.
No, that's how big it is. When it first appeared on the map, it came out like this big, and I was like, no, that's not how big it is.
Oh, that's why I remember.
Yeah, because it just comes out as like a default size.
Yeah.
This big? No, this big.
Yeah.
This big.
Oh yeah. Welcome to Auric on Cam.
Yes, hello.
Yes.
Look, Marek, on cam.
We hope to get
look like
Lucy on
shit.
cam
Hey.
shortly.
It's never happening.
Please send
Why is it not
If I
happening?
have to go on, you have to go on.
send
You
all of
gotta
your
come on, man,
fan
at
letters
some point.
to Lucy's
Yeah,
house.
them's the rules.
We'll put the address in the chat like Sevi does normally with addresses, and
We're not
and then you'll
doxing people.
Oh yeah.
This is not
Fucking hell.
okay. I don't approve of this method.
DDoS Colette's house.
Seriously, like we all need to be on. We all need to be on at some point, Lucy.
One day.
I haven't even got makeup on, man. Like,
Exactly. Look at the
look how
struggles.
shit Sevi
Look
looks.
at-
You can
look at the
manage.
struggles that this one's going through. Like. She still comes on,
Yeah.
despite the obstacles.
Dedication.
Suffrage and all of that. She's made it to here.
Jeez.
I'm glad that it's barely been any time and they're already
No, seriously, no. You know what? I have missed you guys. I have
Yeah, it's
missed
been fucking
the
long.
session. Come on, it's been too long.
Oh, I can do this now.
Next year, fuck Christmas.
Oh yeah, he
Fuck
can
New
put a
Year's.
fancy light on his new fancy webcam.
Does it
You
make? Oh
did.
god, I'm so shiny now. Hang on.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
I can't see.
Vroom.
Hang on, I got the same.
It's only
I got
on
the same
Twitch.
thing. Hang on.
You don't have.
Hang on, I've got the same
Can't
thing.
see it in
Hang on.
Skype. Max just turns on a lamp nearby.
Right.
Okay, Josh, do you want
Let's
to
get
re-describe what you did? Because we ended on you shooting something or other at the...
Lightning bolt.
Okay, so yeah, I'm rapidly running out of spell slots. But as the creature formed, I remembered a spell from my spell book that I like flicked through quickly and was like, oh yeah, and then closed it, put it back in my robes, clapped my hands together, began to form like a small static charge that began to like jump sparks of electricity in my hands before firing it forwards in a straight-ish line of kind of crackling lightning energy through the creature, hopefully like lighting up the water and dealing extra damage. I don't know. And basically just shot him up with all manner of lightningness. Also, Sevi, do you have any kind of music?
Ooh, I do.
Oh shit, I can actually hear the music for once.
Let me get it
Never
up.
have it up.
To be honest, it's probably... I think we put it on. What request?
Ulrich, have you gone all this time without listening to any of the music?
It's because
Yeah.
it's always been on the phone. We don't have like headsets on so we can isolate the sound. So
Oh no.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
no choice but to turn it off.
How do I do it, Josh? Is it exclamation mark play?
Yeah.
it was only ever if the song was
Sorry,
like
it's been a while.
incredibly loud that it would come through.
You know what? You know what? There we go. I am glad you're on cams.
Yeah,
No
me too.
joke. I'm glad.
So although I'm feeling a bit more like shit now. I have to be clothed, and
Ah, only top
Preferably,
half.
yes.
Were you never clothed before?
No.
Really? Jesus
It was
Christ.
like, you know,
Gross!
sit in a dressing gown kind of time. Because I'm like, oh, it's cozy evening time, and I'm like, shit, now I have to dress up in normal clothes.
It doesn't
I mean,
stand
that's
for
the
dicks and dice, Ulrich. It's Dungeons and Dragons.
I've been going this whole time thinking it was the other thing. I'm so. Oh, thank you for clearing that up. Shit.
Okay, so you shoot out this bolt of lightning energy straight at said creature. It doesn't seem to make like a dent as you would expect, but he certainly lights up. And it spreads through the whole pool of water. Luckily, none of you are touching it unless you've dipped your toes in without telling me. I should actually get into it. That'd be an idea. So you see the whole pool light up and conduct this electricity. You see him conduct the electricity.
Just before I do
Its
it,
head...
I take my foot like off away from the edge of the water and just go, clear.
You can see it like reels back and writhes around, clearly taking the full brunt of your spell.
Whoop whoop.
Hoorah!
We already rolled, I believe, because I've got a turn order.
It's not
Okay.
in
Yeah,
roll
we
20,
definitely
but
do.
yeah, I don't. I do remember rolling, I believe.
Okay, well, for you guys, it's Avalon, Etin, Kovu, then Taran.
Okay.
But before all of that, said water creature is going to make its attack. Boom, 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 boom. And I get to roll again. Ooh,
Make
nice.
your
That's a good
attack,
roll. 24. That will hit you, Kovu, I'm afraid. He's going to
You wish.
retaliate and reach out and send out a whip of water and grab you round the waist and pull you 5 feet closer into the water.
That's not ideal for me.
And then you are going to take, and as it constricts you with its water whip, it's almost like an arm has flown out of it, but it's definitely a lot thinner and is like a whip. Have you guys all got your health up, yeah?
I've got mine.
Yes.
My health. Hang on.
And you take
Yeah, I do. 30. Yeah, I do.
8 bludgeoning damage as he squeezes you around your gut and pulls you into the water.
I'm a wizard.
You
That's a
are
lot of
restrained,
damage.
and he is desperately trying to pull you underwater.
Oh no, I'm not aquatic. Does he know that?
I mean, you can ask. It'll cost you a reaction. And he is going to move back to here, but stay within the water. He's still got a grip on you.
Charging battery.
That's what he thinks.
And that is the end of his turn. Avalon, it is you next.
Oh shit! New headset, yeah.
This one?
And me.
Yeah, and Sevy's.
Oh,
Me too.
nice.
And
Me
Ulrich's
too.
and Lucy's. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
Christmas is good for 4 of us.
Mine was on the way out. We tried these out at EGX Max.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
we
nice. We'll,
I took a
we'll,
discreet picture while he was trying them on, just so that I could
we,
remember what it was called.
we'll talk about those models afterwards.
Yeah, they're good. They're good quality. I'm happy with
Yeah.
them.
Matt's just gonna stick like a little bit of tape on.
Everyone
the
has the same
new
friggin' headset.
They've got different ones. They've got matching ones, and so have me and Josh.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Slashy. 2 hits. 17 and 25.
Nice.
You're in the
Did I hit?
so just to confirm, you have swam into the water.
How deep is
I
it?
saw Kovu. get pulled
It's
in. I
about
immediately
10
jumped.
feet deep.
I don't know length, but yeah. I
No,
immediately
probably
get
less than
pulled
that.
in.
I'd say, well, I'm trying to think of an actual pool, so it's probably about 6 feet deep, like a full man.
I
Or
So
tall
if
woman.
you're here, you're treading water.
We're gender neutral here on the Twitch.
and then charge in, and I go right in front of Kovu, and I'm like, rah, and I do 2 hits.
Okay, so you swing for him. Are those your rolls to hit?
Yeah.
A full man.
Cool. Both will hit.
Or 2/3 of a giant.
What's the? Can you tell me what the type of damage is that you're doing?
I believe it's slashing.
or an
Okay,
abnormal
cool.
female.
It is slashing. 2d6.
Yeah.
That's right.
As you go past me, Evelyn, I just go, I'm not sure if he knows if I'm aquatic or not. I'm not.
You think he wouldn't have done it if you're not? I thought you rolled 25 damage there. I was like, what?
That's lightning bolt territory.
Man, this is the right time that lightning bolt is going to be useful.
Yeah, it's a shame that I'm probably going to have
Honestly.
to burn my only remaining third slot to get out of this.
9 and 12 damage.
Why?
I don't have any second level spells left.
9 and 12, so that's 19, yeah?
No.
No,
21.
definitely not.
Surely I must be tall enough to walk in that water if it's 6 feet.
You're a Goliath,
Oh, no,
right?
hang on.
No,
Oh, wait.
you're a runt Goliath.
Goliath, no! Oh, man.
Etin, it's your turn.
He steps into the
Charging
water,
battery.
immediately goes to exactly his height, and just begins to cry. Nobody could see.
Alright, okay. So, fuck. I'm limited to what I can really do, to be honest. Let me
Can
see,
you
let
swim?
me see. Yeah, I can swim, but can
It's a
I
good
attack
start.
while I'm in the water? Can I attack like without any like disadvantage while I'm in the water? Yeah.
I mean, Evelyn did, but I feel like there's probably a ruling. Can you attack as normal whilst swimming? 5e.
Well, I'm just counting the momentum. It's like it was as I jumped into the water. And then
Well,
and
then make a
give me an
deck save
upslap.
or an acrobatics check rather. See if
Yeah,
you
you're
trip.
not the
You're
DM.
the DM,
You're not the DM. Fuck off.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah, fuck off, man. You're not the DM.
Don't worry. I'll just keep talking, people. I'm the DM in a week. Piece of shit.
I'll talk as much shit as I want. I'm dead
Well,
twice.
maybe
over.
we'll drag this out. Maybe it won't be next week.
Climbing a swing.
Oh,
Okay, let's do it tomorrow.
Okay, so firstly, it's difficult terrain as expected, so you can move
So
half
half the
movement in the
movement,
water. It's pretty reasonable to extend. I know that the verbal components of spells depends on you having the breath
I
to
have no
make
spells.
sound in the first place.
I have no spells.
Yeah, I'm just looking
It
at
means-
the
it
weapon
means
combat.
nothing.
Usable under all of it. Okay,
Uh,
so if you don't have a swim, oh, you don't have a swim speed. What kind of weapon are you using?
Well, I've got battle axe, hand axes, and a longbow.
Avalyn, what kind of weapons are you using?
A great sword.
You should have had disadvantage. Dagger, javelin, short
Oh,
sword,
yeah, that's
spear,
true.
and trident. Those work underwater fine. Everything else has disadvantage unless you
Yeah,
have
I
a
forgot
swim
that.
speed.
What works okay
That's
underwater?
my
sorry?
fault. Sorry.
That's fine.
I had that written down, but
No,
there's a lot
we'll
written
skip
down.
Avalyn's turn because it's
Yeah,
happened
it's
now.
okay.
But for all future ones, dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, trident.
Are fine.
So anything that
Anything
you
but
poke with,
those.
anything you freaking poke with.
Pretty much, it makes sense.
Yeah, that's yeah. Okay. Right. Well, I'm just gonna fire my longbow from here. Yep. I'm just gonna fire my longbow. Yep. Let me
Etin spends 2 seconds
let
having
me
an
roll.
existential crisis.
Yeah. It's that's
But listen.
listen.
Hey, guys, at least we now know. Alright, I've got no oh, what happened? Oh shit, I just rolled a D20. I just said
Didn't even roll
D20.
it.
Did you? You didn't even
just-
roll it. You just
He didn't roll
exclaimed
it. He
it.
just said
I know,
D20.
I know,
D20, people.
I know what I did. Alright, or what I didn't do. Okay? Let's move on.
He
Let's move on with our life. Oh, fuck's sake. I did
We
I did
upgraded
read
now,
it.
boy.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord Jesus. 12. I don't deserve this attack.
What? You've got a
Plus,
plus.
you completely missed.
No. He's got a plus.
Oh, have you?
Oh wait, no.
okay.
It's a dex-based
No, I don't-
weapon.
no,
He
no,
doesn't
it's-
have
I
a
don't-
plus.
I have no plus.
That's
I have
it.
no plus.
Yeah, you missed. I'm sorry.
I get an extra attack, right?
Do you?
He has
do I
extra
not-
attack.
I do have
Oh,
extra
then you
attack,
get to
right?
take your attack action again. So
Yeah.
yes, theoretically.
Well, then I'm going to.
This water
That
makes an
one!
existential
Come on!
crisis.
Come on!
Nice. You make
15.
contact. Where are
Yes.
you shooting for exactly?
I am.
The back of Kobu's head.
To be honest, it's very much like a snake
is-
sort of
is-
worm shape in a
is
full-on
there-
head at the front.
Is there
with
anything
coming out.
about this body that
He's
looks-
fully made of water.
It's fully weighted, so nothing stands out. You know, not that cliche.
I mean, he's definitely got a face.
Doesn't have a red circle.
yeah,
No,
like a
his chest.
eye or something.
He's
Something
got a
that kind
face
of
and what appears
stands
to be
out.
like a jaw, almost like a dragon sort of shaped jaw,
Oh, I'm gonna go for
and
his
some
face.
wispy bits here, which you think maybe where its vision's coming from. But
Okay, well, I'm gonna go for what I believe to be his head.
okay,
Yeah,
nice.
okay,
So you is it
yeah,
crossbow?
let me-
So is it a bolt?
It is a longbow, so it's
Oh, it's a longbow, so it's an arrow.
It's a standard arrow.
So
so
the arrow
we can
goes
roll-
flying. What kind of damage is it? I assume it's
I'm just gonna
piercing.
do it now. Just gonna do it now.
Oh, yeah, it will
is
be piercing.
It is piercing. Yes, indeed.
Nice.
12.
Max damage.
Nice.
Nice,
Great.
man. That's the way.
Okie dokes.
What is on behind Sevi's cam? Something is on behind it.
That is
Stuff on
the
your
anthem. The anthem posters.
No, like in OBS, she has like a black bar above her camera.
Oh, no idea.
Interesting.
It's not-
So you fire off an arrow. It goes straight through what seems to be the end. It meets, has some resistance, comes shooting out the
That's part
back,
of her camera.
and falls onto the
Oh, I know
ground.
what it is.
Roughly over here somewhere. It seemed to definitely have some impact as it went through, but then it came out and he didn't seem to pay much attention to it. You feel like it might not have had the same kind of impact as if it had gone into some human flesh.
I know what it is, but it's so minor. I'm gonna leave it alone.
I'd like to cast Bardic Inspiration on myself, please. I'm joking.
You're not Vice.
I was like, sure. No, that's not right.
Wait, that's not right. Yeah.
Kovu, it is your turn.
I almost asked how many you have left.
Nice, nice. It's your turn. You are being sucked underwater and you are restrained.
You're restrained.
I mean, no.
I have 1+ con rounds of air.
Yeah.
So, take that. I have 3 rounds of air. This is my first round, I assume.
Nice.
I'm probably going to leave because I'm fully aware of
What,
how
you mean
strong
you're-
I'm not.
Just the game in general.
What,
Yeah.
you're gonna try-
I'm going to Misty Step away. How restrained am I?
I mean, the official is restrained.
So my movement is 0.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, but I can still move my hands, which means I can still do the semantic components of spells, which means I can still
Do you have
Misty
to
Step.
speak, though?
Yeah, but I can do that too until I've run out of air, although it uses my air to do it.
Does it?
Yeah, you
Can you
can
speak underwater?
you can speak underwater as long as you have air, but doing so finishes all of your air.
Oh, okay
Yeah,
then.
you can speak, but only once.
Yeah. After
And then
that,
you drown.
you start drowning.
Okay.
But instead of drowning, I move 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 25 feet this way. That was a bonus action. Don't feel bad as a DM that like just got like, oh no, now I don't have my man dying like I liked him, because that cost me a 3rd level spell, and I'm basically out of spells. I'm
I
going
mean, I don't
to.
think that is fine.
Question, was
I'm
the door
gonna-
locked?
Ah shit! No, the door wasn't locked. We opened it to come in.
I
Yeah.
was just wondering if it locked behind us or anything.
No, it
That
didn't.
wasn't
Sorry, it's
spoken.
static in the map, so I can't really move it. It's one of the few things I didn't add. Okay.
It's okay, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm then going to ice knife, but I'm gonna do it. I should probably bring up ice knife, but I'm not going to. It's,
Where the hell where did that come from?
fire it here, but as I look down
Sorry, where are you firing it? I didn't see.
here,
Okay.
well, here is fine. The bottom right of him. I just don't want Avalyn to be within 5 feet because ice knife does some shit based on 5 feet.
Okay, but you have to hit. You have to aim at a target.
I do, yeah. I pick him. I don't have to aim it at a target. I can aim it at the floor if I wanted to.
You have to fling it at one creature within range. It says.
Okay, well I fling it at him. On a hit or miss. Wait, hang on. Make a ranged spell attack. Oh, I've got it down as a dex save.
Okay, Shard of Ice and fling it at one creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target.
Why have I put dex save? Wait, is there then a follow-up dex save thing? I think there is. Attack save, dex
For
save.
The target in each creature
Yes,
within.
yeah.
5
Okay,
feet
cool.
save.
So I only have to make a 15, right? Well, a minimum of 15, or a maximum. Of
what is it
minimum
against?
of 15. Nothing. To hit him, I just have to hit him. So I'm gonna do that first, and then he
Oh, I
has to
see,
dex
yeah.
save afterwards. But let me hit him first. It's a +8. Sorry. There you go. Ah, you motherfucker! Is 14 still hit, or is it too low?
Just.
Way. So his AC's 14. Then he makes a dex save. Can I
22.
can I determine? I was trying to ask before you
Oh.
answered. Can I determine whether or not he looks particularly dexterous, or if perhaps he is strong or constitution-y?
You would say
otherwise?
he's from your perspective, he's equally big and strong and powerful as he is fluid. And
Okay, fine. So I'll
fluid.
leave it. He makes the save. I think he possibly takes half damage. It is a 1st level spell. I'll check. No, it's not. Hit or miss. The shard then explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed or take 2d6. Okay, cool.
So he doesn't take anything, but Avalyn does have to make the save as well.
No, because I'm hitting him in an area that I'm aiming for bottom right. That's still
But
him.
But you're hitting him, and it explodes.
It explodes
within
within
5
5
feet.
feet.
It explodes
Within 5 feet of
5 feet.
and
that
each
thing.
creature
Oh,
within 5
of
feet
it.
of it.
Yes,
Yeah,
you are correct.
target.
Avlin, make a deck save.
Oh, why'd you do this? I have a shit deck.
Out of here.
Fuck's sake.
I really tried to set it up so it didn't hit you too, but ultimately I'm a wizard.
Ultimately, he's a dick.
You are reckless. Kovu is reckless.
It's the
sometimes.
AoE. We're all about the AoE. Make your deck save. Yeah, there you go.
Listen,
She's
don't
fine.
Talk to me about AoE and about hitting people. Yeah.
I'm
You're
gonna
fine.
thunder wave.
You're
I
okay.
am
No
a
damage.
master of that.
D10. So you take nothing, Evelyn. You're fine. And
Yay.
the water creature takes 5 piercing damage. So really not a great use of a first level spell.
It could have been really good though.
It's the only fucking spell I have prepped that does damage at first level.
Very well.
I'd have been better off doing magic
Do you
missile.
want to describe it?
Sure. So I look down at all my clothing kind of dripping wet as I recently came out of the water, just teleported instantly out of the water, and I raise both my hands up marionette style as if I'm about to kind of maneuver the water in some fashion, and it all kind of sucks up close towards my hands and forms this knife-like sharp object. I grab it with one hand and like sideways flick it like you skip a stone at the creature, and it throws at kind of normal speed and then changes into lightning energy and just bursts forwards mid-throw and stops being water and ice and just kind of zaps through, piercing the creature bottom right-ish area. It then explodes in a thing of lightning that does nothing to anyone as it kind of dissipates into the water surrounding it instead.
There you go.
That's me.
As he shunts and bounces back from the impact, Taran, you find your opportunity.
Hey.
I've written Tara instead of Taran, but it's fine.
Tara.
No.
I think you're coming through
Well, Tara.
on Lucy. Lucy, are you push to talk or are you just coming through permanently?
I'm just coming through, but I just set my
Tolerance.
sensitivity, whatever, like quite.
Ulrich,
low.
speak again.
Hello?
You're definitely coming through
This-
Lucy too.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Either push to
That's
talk or
fine.
turn your...
It was fine for a while.
Yeah, but he wasn't coming through his headset for a while.
Yeah.
I can't hear him coming through twice.
I can see him coming through twice on Discord.
Mm.
Yeah, right, but can you hear it?
Say something
Wait.
at mid-volume, Ulrich.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yes.
This is me talking normal.
I can't. How can you hear it, but I can't? Max, it looks like you're talking, but you're silent if you're on mute. I saw his lips move and I was like,
And then you see me look down and like,
yeah. It was like, oh, the shame. She caught me.
damn it.
Can anyone hear
I
Lucy?
thought I was so
Can you guys hear
confident
me?
as well.
We can
Yeah, I
hear you
can
just
hear
then when you
Lucy fine.
spoke.
Okay.
Ulrich's
Hello, 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 hello.
It does sound
That's
like you're
okay.
cutting off at the end now, Lucy. You maybe have turned it down a bit too low.
That's
Yeah,
okay,
I've
we
had
can
to
hear
turn
you.
it
Let's
down
move
quite a
on.
lot.
Let's move on. We can hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
We can hear you. Go for it.
Right. Right, I need to just figure out what the fuck I was searching for now. Cool.
What
Right.
I've been searching for.
I'm gonna, just sort of ready myself a bit. I get a bit pumped up. Sort of.
Okay.
You know, like a
Psych
dive in,
yourself
just get
up.
ready to dive
Yep.
in and everything.
And
And then I cast Alter Self.
Alter self.
And use
You're getting
Aquatic
killed.
adaptation. You adapt your body to an aquatic environment, sprouting gills and growing webbing between
Wow.
your fingers. You can
Very
breathe
cool.
underwater and gain a swimming speed equal to your walking speed.
Nice. Very cool.
So basically, I become Fishman.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure if you've got an official swim speed, you can attack as normal in the water now.
You can.
Nice. Very cool.
Nicely
very
done.
cool. Very,
And so-
very well played.
I do a good old skip, hop, and a jump, go into the water and swim up to this boy, and start to regret my decision in thinking like, oh, I wanted to use a spell, but then remember, spells I got ain't really up for this good shit.
Come on, don't end it. Don't end it on the low, mate. Come on, you done well.
I glance a slight look over to Evelyn, just like, really sorry about this. and then I want to use Shocking Grasp.
Oh.
Well, that is shocking.
Is that a bonus action?
Oh wait, shit. Yeah, I use my sorcery point to make it into a bonus action because I forgot how the game works.
Nice, very good, good. That's fine. So, how does Shock and Grasp work? Talk me through it. How do you do it?
Right. I need to get it up on my thing. I'm just not prepared today.
So you need to make a melee spell attack against the target.
I do indeed.
So that'll be a d20 plus whatever your spell attack bonus is. You have advantage if he's wearing metal. He's not. On a hit, he takes 1d8 lightning damage and can't take reactions until the start of its next turn.
Oh, nice.
What level are you doing it at? Just normal?
There's a cantrip. So
Oh, okay, cool. That's fine. Oh, okay, so that's when you get to 5th level. You're not there anyway.
15.
What level are you guys?
5.
5.
5.
Oh, so it's 2d8.
Yes.
Bye.
15. You
Hits.
hit!
Mhm.
Hurrah.
So you,
2d5.
a lightning, you
2d.
spread your hand out and try to grab whatever you think it is. You're not too sure how it's going to work because it looks like just a pillar of water. You just sort of touch it to make contact and you send out this lightning energy which shoots through him. Do you want to roll damage?
Yep. 8. Yeah, average.
Okay, so... bear with me 1 sec. Okay, the consensus online seems to be that because it doesn't say anything about it in the spell, it doesn't spread and do more damage to anyone else, despite being in water.
And in that essence, I'll just sort of look a bit shocked, look over to Evelyn, just like, huh, okay.
It
And
works.
yeah, that'll...
You can see the electricity going through him and seeping into the water, and you definitely feel like there's a static charge in the water, but you guys don't feel pain. If anything, you just feel like there's static electricity, and you feel that sort of lightning feeling on your fingers. So it's not comfortable, but you haven't taken any damage, and you're not in pain as such.
And after that, I will then back away, straight back to land. Yeah.
Okay then.
And then prepare. And that'll be it.
How much movement do you have?
30, I would assume. Because I would have gone like...
Okay, so I'd
5.
I'd say you're on the ledge still because you'd have climbed in and out. It's not quite a 5-foot climb in and out, but it would have taken you a bit more movement. So say 5 meter movement for getting in and out. And then it is the creature's turn. And he is going to go for Evelyn, seeing as she is right next to him and up in his face. 21 to hit. Successful. So he whips out another like water whip out from his left side and swings it around and grabs you around the top of your shoulders and arms. The water whip.
Who grabs?
Evelyn.
Okay, cool.
And restrains you and squeezes you and constricts you. You take 13 bludgeoning damage
That's why I got the fuck out of there.
as he squeezes your shoulders, and you feel an excruciating amount of pain. You feel like your bones are at the point of nearly breaking as he pulls so tight on your chest and your arms. And you are restrained, and he then proceeds to try and pull you underwater. So you'll spend your next turn trying to not drown.
Okay.
Which is now.
Oh, it's my turn.
It is your turn.
Okay. How do I not drown?
How do you break restraint? I did
Well,
put this somewhere.
you could spend your action doing a contested strength check.
Yep.
Like they roll strength and you do a strength save, or possibly you just both roll strength plus modifier. I think it's the second one. But she still has 1+ con rounds of air.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to do it now, Evelyn. You're within range to just keep hitting him if you wanted to.
But
I'll be at disadvantage.
as he's got you restrained, he's able to constrict on you as an attack.
And yeah, they'll be at disadvantage whilst you're in the water because you don't have a swim speed.
Okay, I'm gonna escape.
Say that again.
Here's my strength thing. I want to try and escape his grasp. Please.
Okay, so you want to do the contested strength roll?
Yeah.
Do we just both roll strength, or does she do a strength save, Josh? What did you say?
I'm pretty sure you just both roll strength
Yeah,
plus
contested.
mod.
Okay.
But I'll check. But do that in the meantime, and I'll tell you if it's wrong.
Yeah. Do you want to roll strength then? Just flat strength. Your mod.
Taking a really long to roll the really long.
I basically can't hear you at all.
Yeah, it's really crap for some reason.
Hello.
Hello.
So bad.
It sounds like you
Sorry,
got
I
a pillow. It sounds like you got a pillow over your mouth.
The in dying.
Or something.
The internet's dying.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fez.
that it is.
You succeed and you break free of the grapple. I believe that is your action to do that, which leaves you with your movement again and your bonus. Yep, you have movement. It takes your full action to break restrained. Okay. Yep, that's fine. Sounds good. Etin, it is your turn.
Yes. Right. Okay. What are the
Wait,
rules
wait.
about?
What do you sound like?
I mean, yes. I mean, yes. Oh yeah, it's my turn now. Fucking hell. God, I've been waiting all this time. I have. Come on. Hurry up. All right. So, like, if I go to this edge here, what is the likelihood that I'm able to jump? Can I not jump and attack? Because to save the
Disadvantage.
the disadvantage of me traveling through the water. Can I do that?
It's 10 feet. It's not
You'd
15.
have to get 10 feet.
Can I use my reaction quickly?
I'd say you can try, but you'd have to succeed
want
on
to
the
just be like-
athletics or acrobatics check.
I just
Okay,
if he's
was-
already jumping.
What were you saying?
Hang on.
Go on,
No,
go on,
yeah,
go on,
he's
go on,
definitely
go on, go on,
in
go
time.
on.
I was saying if he does, that's what he would have to do. He's not done it yet.
Go on. Give
I
it.
wanted to use my reaction to tell Etin like, don't go in the water. Don't do it just yet.
Is that possible? Is he allowed to do that?
Yeah, if he wants to use his reaction to tell you that, then he can. That's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's me saying that. You can do what you want with it.
Like, oh.
He's like, oh no!
Oh.
I was just about to jump!
Come on, Darren, I was ready to jump, you know.
Sevi,
Alright, okay.
it's athletics versus athletics, or athletics versus acrobatics.
Whoa, whoa,
What do you mean versus?
okay.
It's versus their athletics. So
Oh,
he
I
probably
see.
doesn't have athletics because he's an enemy. So it would be
Yeah, but it would be based
Avelin's
off
athletics
strength.
versus strength. Yeah, they're both strength. But
It's
just
fine.
for the future, it's athletics versus athletics.
Okay, so you don't want me to go into. Fine, I will. Why not? Why don't I just do
Started
this?
speaking
Can
normally.
can I throw my hand axe at him?
Is it one-handed?
I have 2 hand axes.
I'm pretty sure they can be thrown, yeah.
Hand axes.
Hand axes.
Hand axe eye.
Can I? Yeah, hand axe eye.
It has the thrown property.
Capability. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah. Okay. On the subject of like,
So you can throw it at 20
plural.
feet. You can throw it 20
What-
feet with it still being...
what would be the plural of ambulance? Is it ambuli?
It's ambulances.
What even is an ambulance, dude?
They're constantly on his mind because somebody's always getting shanked 5 meters from him.
No, because there's always an ambulance like that from my house.
You were trying to say it.
So I was like,
There's so many
I
ambuli,
was like,
guys.
there's so many ambulances. You know, I thought, what's the plural for that?
It's actually, fun fact, it's actually like sheep. The plural of ambulance is ambulance.
What?
It's ambulance.
Yeah.
There's
Same as sheep.
two
That's
there's
just
two there's
fucking
two
weird.
there's two
It
It's the ambulance.
there's two ambulance.
Yeah, it's also made up,
Awesome,
but
bye.
there you go.
Oh, just why?
That's not weird.
Why, man? It should be ambuli.
Anyway, what do you do, Etty? You throw your hand
I
axe,
want
do
to
you?
I want to throw my hand axe,
So
please.
you can throw it up to 20 feet without having disadvantage. Anything more than 20 feet is at disadvantage. Up
Oh,
to
I'm
60.
I'm definitely within 20 feet.
You are, so you can throw it as normal.
Yes, please. So
So it'll be a ranged attack, though, I believe.
It is a ranged attack, which means it's
So you'll have to
space.
use your dex rather than your strength.
Flat roll.
Oh shit! No, but it says here hand axes +7.
Yeah, but that's if you use
That's
it as a melee.
melee,
'Cause
yeah.
that's
Oh,
based
right,
on
if I
strength.
use
As
it
soon
for-
as you
oh.
throw it, it becomes a ranged attack, and
Oh.
range is based off dex because you've got to be
Oh.
dexterous rather than just heavy-handed.
Oh fuck. Okay. What have I done? Come on.
Is there
Well,
any
14.
differences?
Oh!
Jesus.
Not that it matters, but are there any differences if the creature's large, Josh?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, cool.
It's okay. It's okay. I get an extra attack. So I'm gonna throw my other one.
And have no
Wait, wait,
weapons
wait,
left?
And
Throw your first one.
I'm looking at everyone. I'm like, oh, don't worry about that one.
And as you try to throw your first one, you pull your arm back super quick to try and throw it. And as you do, it slips out of your hand and lands backwards and hits the wall, and then donks you in the shoulder as it clacks against the back and then falls to the floor.
I was just like, hey,
No.
I'm walking here.
I'm gonna
Now
try
it's like,
again.
it's like over here on the floor somewhere, and it's hit you in the shoulder.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try again.
Mhm.
Here we go. Oh!
Hey!
Come on! I was
So
saying
you try
that.
again with all your
that was my-
concentration, you go straight
Ultimate.
through the middle of what you think is its head, and the water almost separates and leaves like a gap through the middle of this watery head before it reforms. But you definitely feel like
let's get that damage
you've
on.
sliced through it.
All right, let's
Well
hope
done.
damage. Let's hope
It's double
damage
dice.
is Good. Come on! Oh!
Oh, not bad. So that's
Nice.
another max.
16.
Come on.
16.
So that's 16.
Come on. I forgot. I get a critical at 19 actually, 19 and 20. I
Okay,
forgot.
you should remember that.
I should remember.
Well, you rolled a 20, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So that doubles
Okay.
the damage. Right.
As his head slightly
You have
reforms,
only
you see
rolled
him-
extremes.
It's true. You see him slightly, it's almost like he slightly shrinks as he sort of weaves in and out and tries to reform his body. He looks suitably cautious but aggravated at the same time. It seems to be less gunning for you and sort of staring you down a bit more than it was before.
Can I use my bonus action to pick up my other axe that I left on the floor?
Yes.
Okay, I won't do that. Please.
Nice. Cute axe.
Thank you.
Kovu, it's your turn.
Okay. I will... 5, 10, 15...
Currently, unfortunately, your view is somewhat obstructed.
No, I'm going to move.
Okay, good.
I move. I cast Ray of Frost.
Is that the same thing? No. Is that
Music.
That's different. And I hit. And it is ice damage. Not bad. What's the average? Is 8? Yeah, that's not bad. And it gives him 10-foot movement penalty.
Cool.
And then I'm gonna go meh.
Do you want to describe how it looked? Frigid beam of blue-white light streaks.
Yeah, it's like a Kamehameha, but at like lowest level. It's a sort of thinnish beam of laser-like focus, bluey white energy, and I kind of just put my hands together and burst it forwards. What? Hadouken style. That's what I'm thinking of. And it beams from my hands, hits the creature, and ends pretty shortly afterwards. And then I move back out of the way. as I scooch between Taryn and Evelyn, I'm just like, excuse me, yes, sorry.
I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Blast, and then you're like, excuse me.
Very good.
Very well.
Take him down and all that.
Can we get the music back on? By the way.
Oh, yeah, what happened to
I'll
it?
do it, Sevi. I got it. It probably ended. I'll just play again.
Taryn, you're up.
Mr. T.
Like literally everything opposite to Mr. T, but sure.
Everything within my body that wants me to do an impression, yet all of the restraint that knows I definitely should.
Yep.
I'm
It's
gonna
gonna come.
breathe in like really deep, just sort of preparing myself, and then I'm gonna use the spell Witch Bolt.
Oh, good spell.
Second level.
What does it do? Tell me what you're doing. How
A
you
beam of
doing it?
crackling blue energy lances out from me, which it lances out from my left arm. It
Okay.
sort of winds up around my wrist, and then just unleashes forward into the creature, and just
How's it work? You have to
creates
roll
this-
to hit, or does it?
Yeah, roll to hit.
it's just a sustained bolt of lightning between my arm
Very
and the
cool. Very
creature.
cool.
But
Does it-
what it
does-
does is that if he hits now, he doesn't have to use a second level slot on his next turn to do the same
Oh,
damage.
it's not continue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it lasts up to 1 minute, so that's what, 10 turns?
10 rounds, yeah.
Yeah, it's 10 rounds.
So yeah.
Fancy. You got to
Very
hit it
cool.
first.
Oh, please let me hit, please. Yeah!
Oh yes.
Yeah,
come on.
boy.
You
And then
roll
I
definitely.
get to
damage.
roll 2 d12s.
Damn.
A second.
I pity that fool.
Ooh, I pity the fool.
What kind of damage is it?
It's lightning. Yeah, lightning damage.
Okay.
So, oh man,
So it shoots out of your arm. You aim it straight at the
that's
creature.
unfortunate, man. Unlucky.
It goes into what you think is its what would be its chest area, despite it being a singular pillar shape.
I like the image. You guys.
That's very nicely drawn.
Yeah, but it's very
Very good.
Very
I like
cool.
that.
yeah, it's very cool. Who drew that?
I did.
Oh yeah, very cool.
As the lightning energy shoots up and down at the same time as it spreads through the creature, it rears itself backwards and it goes in sort of a twisty S shape as it seems to be making this strange crashing noise. It doesn't seem to emit any sound, but it's what you would expect thunderous waves to sound like as it crashes down into the water, and the water seems to slowly dissipate and still as he is dead.
Oh, sweet.
Well played.
gone.
Well done.
Whoa.
Well done. Well done. You know, very good call with the whole "don't go in the water."
Yay!
Look at my
So-
hand.
My
and
hand?
just, like, I look over slightly behind me at Kobe, and I'm just like, that's a fucking waste.
you exerted a fair amount of energy there. Impressive, nonetheless.
And he disappears, and slowly the water, it's all a bit rivery at first, like
my-
it's got movement in it, and as slowly as the seconds go by, it seems to settle, and within about 10 seconds, the water is still. deathly
I'd
still.
like to suggest
I
actually
like
a number
run
of
around.
things. It seems that perhaps we should retrieve that chest, whatever is in it.
Wait, let me check you all first. Are you all right? Looking at everyone, I'm like touching everyone and seeing how.
No,
Feel
I'm
Feel free to
That was a
describe
promotion.
yourselves as you see fit.
I have a couple of little scratches, but I'm like, I'm fine.
I'm relatively bloody, but not at death's door.
Yeah. And
If you're sure you can go on, Etin.
yeah. Oh, I mean these are mere scuffs. Nothing. nothing.
mere flesh
Nothing to worry
wounds.
about. Yeah. No, nothing to worry about.
I find myself actually rather spent in other ways. I'm not sure how much use I'll be in the fights to come. I'm quite a quick sleeper. I would suggest that perhaps we take some time a little longer than normal, and maybe if we don't have the time to sleep entirely, we at least afford me a few hours to recover my various arcane properties.
Yes.
Why don't you
Exactly.
just say you want to take a nap? Huh?
It's,
Why don't you just say that?
I give the slightest hint of almost like derision of just like, you have to take time to recover these spells. Why'd you use them all? Go
I
on.
mean, always dancing around
It's
with
been-
your words.
it's been quite
Right.
a long day. I've had to save a number of you at various different occasions. We're quite reckless as a group, and I found that without my intervention, things would have been much worse than they are now. We're actually doing rather well, and indeed, it seems as though we seem to benefit from the various goods within that chest. But I, however, am going to find a place to rest, and if you would wake me, well, it won't be necessary, but simply don't head off for the next 4 hours.
Just to
if that's
remind you guys, the
sufficient.
chest isn't in the water anymore. You pulled it out just before the water weight got to you, so you're all standing in front of this chest.
Okay, cool.
So can we not just look at
Is
the
it
chest?
openable or is it
We're
locked?
resting. Can I roll?
Does someone want to try?
I'm gonna go sleep.
Can I roll hit die?
We're at the very least short resting. I'm only sleeping for 4 hours, so we have 4 hours.
Yeah, so the rest of us are short resting, aren't we?
So
Okay.
no hit die.
This room is relative. The room that you were in before is relatively empty. There's suits of broken suits of armor around the place. But you could probably move the armor out to make a clear space in here if you wanted to all sit down and have a bit more of a space.
For the sake of not being near the statues of death, I'm gonna go slightly further back round the corner so that if they do awaken, they can't see me.
I'm fine with standing in this.
Was
long-
someone opening the chest before you slept, or
Yeah, but I'm not watching it happen. I'm going to sleep.
okay, dokes?
I don't want to waste time. I'm looking to trance and be back out of it as soon as possible.
Okay.
I'm just like, hey, Etin, you open it. Because he's strong.
Sure. I'll do that.
Where do you want to take it?
Can we not just take it like?
I'd imagine it would just
like
literally
just here.
on the
Yeah.
floor.
Do you want to open it there?
Right
Okay,
here.
sure.
Yeah.
It's not locked.
Aye.
You it's unlocked as you open it. You feel like the reason maybe it's not locked is because it had attached a giant water creature to protect it rather than just a lock and key. And you open it, and who's pulling the things out of it? Is it you, Etin?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay. So the first thing you pull out is, it seems to be shrouding the entire box, seems to be this kind of blue net. And I think I've just showed to players, but I don't know.
You have, yeah, I
Ooh,
can
you
see that.
Ghost.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll sort of be like next to Etin as he opens it.
plus
looking
2
in.
net. Like does anyone like fishing?
Wait.
Um,
Taran, do you sense anything magic?
yeah, is this like exuding any magic?
Does it require attunement? Because it doesn't say it does.
Nope.
Okay, so then it's like inherently magical. In like we already know those properties through very little.
Yeah,
time
I wouldn't
spent.
say you need to roll anything. I suppose spending 5-10 minutes like looking at it and sort of just using your
Yeah.
various knowledge and archaic powers.
I just kind of meant that
Oh,
like
that's
an
very
arcane
cool.
sense.
It
Yeah.
Because I'm
yeah,
not
it's very
magic.
cool.
To be like, oh, is this chick? And everyone else will be like, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, this is cool, and I'll just sort of start rolling it up and getting it to just put on my backpack, just with all my stuff. It's like, yep, I like this.
So who takes it?
Yeah, does
Tara, by
anybody...
the sounds of it.
Yeah, Taran, yeah, sure.
No one stops him or anything?
I'm
no,
asleep.
no.
Cool. So I
don't-
will put that in your
Was it called Ghost?
journal, I believe.
Ghost Catcher, I think it was.
Ghost catcher.
You also underneath find 2 daggers.
2 daggers. Ooh.
Ooh.
Penis daggers.
I am once again like, oh, this is cool, and I go to take it.
I was like, well, I have no use for daggers, first of all, so this could go to anyone in the team who wants them.
I'm
asleep.
literally grabbing them already.
I'm
I
gonna
take one of the daggers.
I want to
Like,
slap your hand. I want to slap this little boy's hand. Yeah, and say, like,
Is this a contested roll?
You want to contest it? You want to contest me when it comes to strength? All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
So where's your voice?
I'm asking the DM.
I'm gonna break your hand.
I mean, you can. You're picking it up. He's slapping your hand away, as in like don't just grab everything. So whether you want to like proper fight him for it to try and snatch it away and keep
I'm not
strength,
fighting
it's up to
him.
you.
I'm just moving my hands quick enough so that he's not smacking them.
This guy.
Big man, ouchie, hurt
So
my
wait,
hand.
are you trying to avoid damage, or are you trying to take the dagger and avoid damage?
I'm trying to take dagger.
Okay,
and
that's a
avoid
harder
this
roll in my opinion.
Yeah.
Boy, he's done it anyway. He's said it. So, what do you want us to roll?
I guess it would be sleight of hand for you and strength for Etin.
Well, sleight of hand gives him a potential proficiency, so I would say athletics for Etin.
Athletics
Otherwise,
for
it's
me,
unfair. You need to make them
Yeah.
both roll flat, or let them both roll a smaller thing.
Okay.
Oh fuck!
So athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, that's such a
Versus
shit.
sleight of hand.
fucking-
Yeah, that is a
such
terrible roll.
that's
To be honest, the
shit-based
fact
roll.
that you have an 11 out of a roll of a 4. Oh!
Oh, shit.
So wait, what did you roll?
11.
One higher than 10.
But no, like what stat thing did you roll?
He rolled athletics and you rolled sleight of hand.
Yeah, and you're saying it's going to be a proficiency. I'm not dexterous or strength.
I'm not saying it is proficiency. I'm saying if you're allowing a contested roll, you need to give both parties the chance to roll something they may be proficient in, or both parties a flat roll.
Are you proficient in sleight of hand?
No.
Not in the
So,
slightest.
okay. Do you want to just
that-
do a base?
No,
roll
no,
then?
because as it is,
roll.
makes sense. He tried to do something dexterous. He's not very dexterous. You tried to do something strong. You are very strong. That's why it works this way.
Smack. And then I'm like,
Hey.
Karen, don't take. Maybe see if anyone else would like.
You don't drop the dagger or anything. You still have you got both? Did you pick up both or did you pick up
Yeah.
one?
Wait, he didn't get it in the first place.
For grab
Yeah,
hand.
he did. He grabbed it.
No, he tried to grab it, and
He tried
Etin
to grab it.
slapped his hand.
I slapped his hand.
That's what we just did.
I
And
thought
now,
he'd grabbed it and then slapped his hand.
No, he was
No.
reaching to grab it. Max cut in pretty early,
Okay, fine. So you slap his hand away. They're just sitting in the box.
and then Evelyn says what she says.
I give a pouty face look at her and I'm like, nobody else wants to use daggers anyway.
yeah. Well, nobody else wants them, but maybe you should have a bit of respect and ask. Does anyone else want them?
I want to.
Yeah.
You
Yo,
should, we
boy.
should see if Kobe would like.
Right. You get
Maybe
all
I-
blessed. You get all blessed, and you think you can just take whatever you want.
I'm looking at Etin just like, why the fuck? Is he being so mean?
I'm not being mean. I'm not being mean. You're the guy. You just try to take everything.
So far, you've seen 2 items in the chest and you've tried to keep all of them.
I'm not
I
there.
just went to grab them.
Yeah, but you
I'm
just
just
grabbed
like,
the
what?
net and put it in your bag, and then you've seen the daggers and you tried to grab the dagger.
Mate,
I think it's expected that the others
Yeah,
are like,
but
why are you
he's
trying to take
being
everything?
incredibly rude.
No, you're being rude.
Regardless of all that, I don't care about all that.
Die.
This is
I pick up
So
the
who is
daggers.
taking the daggers? I don't really
Me.
know.
Okay. Does anyone actually want
Evelyn.
daggers?
Okay,
Real
Evelyn.
talk. Does anyone want daggers?
And I'm going to keep one for myself and give one to Kobe.
Whilst fully aware of the fact.
Wow. This
Ugh.
this feels like an attack now.
Whilst I'm fully coherent of the fact that Evelyn's just come over and like left a dagger beside me, I don't respond because I don't want to break my sleep.
Oh shit. Where's my fucking foot pillow?
I look in the chest while this
Debacle
Blatant.
ensues.
just rudeness happens. Because honestly,
Um,
what's in there?
You look in the
Oh.
chest and you find one more thing.
What's that? What do we find?
It's 2 daggers and a net.
Oh, it's a...
Ooh.
And straight away, I push Taran away from his head.
And you say I'm being
I move him because of his nature of grabbing everything. Let's read stuff before. let's understand what this is first. Okay, longsword.
To be fair, it's one of its main characteristics is that it's a finesse weapon, which is irrelevant to you, Etin, but also irrelevant to Taran. It's kind of
I didn't
irrelevant
give
to
a
all of
shit. I
us.
saw a sword and I was just like, fuck that. Like the daggers more.
Damage type changes to cold. Reach 10 feet is nice. Oh, and the throne thing is amazing.
Wow.
Is Evelyn back here already?
Honestly, it's kind of an Avalon weapon.
Wow.
I'd say she's
Okay.
on her way back. So she's like 10 feet away.
Yeah, I'm
As
just
you're,
like
as
walking
you're,
back.
as
Oh, man,
you're
that's
opening the
very
box
cool.
and sort of
That's
talking
very
about
cool.
it.
I just lean up against the wall, a bit annoyed that I've just been pushed out of the way, and I'm just like, sword for you. And yeah,
For me?
Poor
Are you sure? Are you certain?
It doesn't
Well-
necessarily have to be for you, Adeline. Obviously, it can be for anyone. It is single-handed, though.
It gains no benefit from being wielded with both hands, which is
Yeah, you have a great sword.
Etin's preference, yeah. Well, no, hang on. Etin's using a shield, right?
I have a
Yeah.
shield.
So
Yeah.
you're using a one-handed weapon in your other hand.
Yep.
Avalyn, you've got a shield as well.
No. No, she dropped the shield and went two-handed.
Oh,
My token
Oh,
has a
so
shield.
is this
I
a is
don't.
this a
oh, so it's an Etin
Yeah.
is this a
weapon.
Etin? Is this an Etin thing then? Oh wow. Okay. Well then I will take it then, I guess, if nobody else wants it. I mean, I just so you're not just just so you know, Taran, this is how it this is how it works.
I throw the net
Does
over.
anybody else want
Yes.
Nice. You throw the net over him,
I do.
it?
I do.
and he's completely unconscious in the air. And no matter what he does, he cannot get free. Etin, it doesn't matter what you can do, you can't get it off you. It seems to almost be clinging to you in a strange, staticky, weird, clinging fashion. You feel like the only way to get out of this is to shred the hole through. Or you're stuck. Unless Taran decides or someone decides to rescue you from your horror.
I
My
just look
God.
over at him and I say, apologize.
Apologize for who? You want me to apologize?
You pushed me over.
Voice!
I didn't push you over. Vice? You mean Vice?
Who the
Voice!
fuck is Vice?
Oh, I mean, me. Okay.
My God.
That's not how you sound.
I mean, sorry. I mean, me. You
My
mean
God.
you want me to apologize?
Just pushed me over. I was just
Well-
having a look at those
Well, I
daggers.
didn't exactly push you over, there, Taran. Okay, I
As
simply
he talks
pushed.
through the net, like, rah, 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 rah.
Boys,
I didn't exactly push you through the. I didn't push you.
My God.
All right, Taran. What I simply did is I pushed you from your head away. Hey, that's all I did. But okay, if you want me to apologize, then I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And then I take the net off.
Yeah. Take your bug catcher away from me.
And after that little bit of bullshit, I'm going to throw it back on him.
Oh no! Fucking hell. Alright, go on.
And then I'll take it.
Yeah, so do you want me to take the sword then?
feel
Right.
free. This weapon suit you.
Why?
I don't think the intention of the daggers is that they could be separated. Just saying.
Oh,
I don't think it's one each. I think you need both to like have the things.
Where's
I
that sword?
give
Okay,
them
here we
both.
go. Lovely. Okay, thank you. I will take this long sword. Thank you.
Do you say you give them both to me, Avalyn?
yeah.
Okay, so I just sort of again see you come over and put another knife down by me, getting
You have both of them now.
progressively more confused. Well, I assume they don't work individually, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, they do. They fully gain those properties individual of each
Yeah,
other.
it's one. They're a D4 each, so you can have both and use both, or you can have one each.
Oh, okay, but the idea
They
is that
don't
you
need
would kind
to-
of dual wield daggers.
Yeah, but you don't have to. You
Okay.
could have one each.
Well, Evelyn, it's up to you whether you want to give me the second one or not. I'm not using them either way, so...
Okay, I'll keep one.
Okay, cool. We'll
Well,
just
it's
keep
kind
them
of
as...
like, because I know that you don't have...
You're cutting in and out.
It's like, as I realised you don't have much to defend, I thought it'd be a good to give you the dagger. But I will keep.
Fair enough. Well, I've still got one.
I mean, I feel like all of the.
Also, I'm pretty sure there's a quarterstaff strapped to my back.
I'm just sort of sat there
There is.
mumbling, just like stupid. Fucking dagger one. Let me pick it up and have a look at it. Just want the dagger.
And at the bottom of the chest, you find 60 gold pieces.
I mean, let me step out of the way for you, Tara. Hang on.
I'm not even looking in the chest. Whoever finds something there, I don't know.
We might as well split the. I mean, we might as well. We might as well split this gold between the four of us, right?
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, standard. 15 each. Done. Yeah.
My
Are
God.
you okay with that?
I just thanks under my breath, just because I'm still brooding.
Are you gonna brood all night? Huh? Are you gonna brood all night?
Do you want me to net you again?
No, because I'll chop up your net. All right. Go for it.
My God.
That doesn't
you
do
can.
much. I mean, to be honest, he definitely can, but it won't stop it.
My God.
Okay.
You're not here. Go away.
Do you, anyone that wants to take potions? It's got 4-hour gap where you can take a short rest. Feel free to do as you wish with that.
My
Do whatever
God.
you'd like to do.
How much time has
now.
passed while they were faffing around with the chest? Because I went to sleep straight away.
My God.
Probably about half an hour.
We spent
Yeah.
a lot of time with that chest. Plus,
So it's about 3.5 hours left. You guys can short rest, do what you like. Roll any hit die that you want to, do anything that you can. It will give you time to attune to anything if anything needs attunement. Although I think the things I've handed out don't have them.
so
actually.
you know when something is +1. Sorry, I forget. When the weapon, because
My
the
God.
sword that I
The
just
sword
got
needs
was.
attunement. It's +1 to both things, to hit and to damage.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
Okay.
so the 2 hit goes up by 1 and the damage goes up.
My God.
2 hit goes up by 1, but to hit. it
Yeah,
doesn't
so if
say
your to
what
hit
the
is to 6, yeah, but it will just be what a standard longsword is.
Oh, I don't know what that is. Hang on, let me just search that.
What are your stats?
Which stats you want to know?
What's your weapon? Your main weapon.
Main weapon is a battle axe +1.
Okay. What's your to hit?
+8.
He just said it's +8.
Say that again.
Okay, so just up it by 1.
What?
So it's +9, and then what's your damage?
It's
Your battle axe?
+9. Bloody hell! All right. And my damage was slashing +5.
But is it a 1d8?
It's a D8. Yeah.
Yeah, so this will be +6.
Oh, beautiful! Love that. Why, thank you very much.
My God.
What's going on with this solid snake stuff that's going on? I hear. What is that? Oh, hang on. Is that something else?
The fuck are you on about?
I'm getting all these pop-ups about solid snake. Something solid snake.
Not to do with us.
Hang on. Is that from my?
Unless Kojima himself has hacked you, I
It
think
might-
there's something going on.
I think it's from my Soul Calibur 6 Discord tournament
Nice.
thing.
I'm going to take my jumper off. You guys roll whatever you need to roll because as soon as my jumper's off, it will be 4 hours and you guys will be ready to move on.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Fabulous.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Shit, 4 hours went so quickly there. Jesus.
Okay. 4 hours has passed. Kobu, you wake up. Well, come out of your trance feeling much more refreshed and rejuvenated.
Holy crap! Like this is like my
And you see a dagger next to you by your side, which you were semi-aware of but hadn't paid much attention to. Now that you are awake, yeah, you can pick it up and look at it. If you so
Okay,
choose.
I pick up the dagger, somewhat confused, given that I saw Evelyn just sort of bring this in a very strange ritualistic fashion. She sort of just approached me, saying nothing, laid a dagger at my feet, and then walked away again.
And creeped up to you.
Yeah, it is done. The ritual is complete. So I pick up the dagger. I pick up the dagger and coming around the corner. Where's Taryn's token? Miles away? Is it where
I'm
it
down
is?
on the other side of the water.
He swam across, or
Oh, okay,
paddled
cool.
across, or
So I'll just rejoin the group and see Taryn across the way and I guess just stow the dagger in my belt for now. And as I get up to the other two, I'm just like,
Oh, nice.
thank you very much. I'm glad that I was able to recover some aspects there. What are we doing? What's going on across the water?
Well, as you can see, we've opened up the chest. I have given you one of the daggers.
Oh, that's what that was. I thought that you were
Yes.
perhaps offering me some sort of tribute.
I didn't want to wake you up.
No, that's fine. I saw the whole thing. I mused on it for a moment and came up with various scenarios. I settled on the one that you were offering tribute. It seemed to be the most comical.
So, shall we cross?
Certainly. It's quite deep, if I remember correctly. Is there a... Oh, fine.
she's like,
She literally says sploosh.
She just, like, steps in and goes like... as it, like, splashes out.
It's cold, but it's manageable. Ooh.
Etten, are you familiar with the colloquialism a piggyback?
Etten. Etten.
Yes.
Etten, are you familiar with
That's its true voice.
carrying somebody on your shoulders?
Yeah. I mean, what? Oh, just get on my back. Yeah. I know where you're going. Just get on my back.
It'll be quite simple. We're going through water. It'll be fine.
I hear the slight commotion,
And
I
I
just
just
glance behind me at what's going on.
yeah. Well done. I'm going to grab him. I'm just gonna grab him. And I'm just gonna put him on my shoulders. And we're just gonna get on. Do I need
Okay.
to roll for that?
If it helps,
I feel like you should roll
I
athletics
am-
or acrobatics. To see
I
if
am
you
a
make it
willing
across
creature.
without COVID falling off and without you falling through the water.
Okay, so athletics. Yeah, was it?
Or acrobatics, whatever you prefer.
Okay, cool. Get on my back.
You
Good.
successfully climb on his back.
Very
and,
well, thank you.
Pick
It's a
you
slow
up.
trip, and
and,
Kovu's
I'm
legs
like-
and feet definitely get wet, but you make it together across in one piece.
As I walk with you
Kovu
on my
pushes
back.
down on you as he tries to get out and ends up sort of dunking your head underwater as he tries to give himself a bit of leverage to try and not get too wet as he climbs out, and sort of dunks your head under. And as he climbs out, you come back up and you're fresh, and he's standing on the edge with slightly wet toes.
Terribly sorry. You're a very good friend, and I put my hand down to help you out of the water.
You want to help me out of the water? I'm just saying.
Could you roll a strength check, Kovu? Take it. Because
Man, you can't even open the door, bro.
Is this all canon what's being said as well?
I did
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
I saw
Sorry,
Find Familiar earlier, Sevi, and I just assumed Ali was in the chamber behind us. So she probably just swoops down now that I'm on the other side, rests on my shoulder, and then maybe takes off again as I reach down to help Etten out.
Bro, will you come to help him? Will you
she,
out
as soon as she realizes any time he's getting near the water, she gets away. Like she does not want to be.
Do you know, I don't like the implication that I would need any help, actually.
Oh, what?
Oh, you
Wait.
try really hard, and you don't fall in the water or anything. But no matter how hard you pull, you just can't pull the creature that is exiting out of the water.
Come along, Etten. You can put a hand on the side and give me some help here. It's not my fault that you've been putting on quite a lot of winter weight.
What? And I'm gonna drag him. I'm gonna pull him. I'm gonna pull him in.
Etten, can you roll a strength check as you pull on the
I'm gonna
Cody's
pull
arm to
this
try and give you
motherfucker
leverage
in
to
there.
get out of water?
Can I try and contest it?
Oh no!
Yeah, you can. So you're pulling, trying to get him out of the water. Nothing's happening. He's not sinking. And then you tell him to hurry up and use a hand. He puts a hand on the side and goes, "Yeah, fine." And he grabs your arm and he pulls his leverage. And you go into the water headfirst as he climbs out and sees you. Ali is circling you above, looking down at you, most disapproving.
I look
She
up
wants
at
to sit
Etten and I was
down.
like,
She hasn't been able to.
you realize you ferried me across this water for literally no purpose now. And then I climb out of the water.
Okay, so
This is
you're all
good.
on the other side of one piece. Ali finally floats down and tentatively sits on your shoulder, realizing you're quite wet. And it's not her preferred method, but she's done with crying.
I think I can prestidigitation clean myself up. I don't know if it counts for water.
I think it does.
I think you can dry yourself.
I
Yeah.
think you can. Yeah.
I don't know
think
who's
you can
first,
warm
but I'll
us.
put you in that order for now. Do you guys want to reset your health? I don't know if you've rolled hit die and things.
Already have.
I've done it all.
I have not.
Avelyn and Etten, it looks like you have the same health as you did before. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, are you
I
alright?
used hit die.
Let me roll.
Okay, so is that your current health now, or do you need to change
Yeah.
it?
That's my.
Okay, dokes.
Thanks.
Cool. So you guys head down, and
here
then you have
is
to bear with me for a
my-
second because I don't remember how to do for the
Oh,
walk.
what is that? What is that? What did I just roll?
Wow, that's
Zero.
impressive.
Wow.
2D 0.
Nat zero.
Nat 0.
I mean, is it good? Is it bad? Nobody knows.
Only the extremes.
2 times the void.
What was that? Okay.
Because I have like,
Oh, what the
like
hell, man?
rude still in me, but it's a bit more playful now. I get a little jolt of zappy in my finger, and I zap Etten in the ass.
What the hell? Yeah.
You feel like someone has pinched your bum without pinching you, and you're very confused.
Okay, cool. I look around like.
I look slightly over at Kovu because I feel like he probably would have noticed me do
You then
that.
think
It's like,
it's your ass, so you then check to see if it's Avelyn because you know she's female, and that's what happens. Females pinch your ass, and she's definitely not in a position where she could have done it. You're baffled.
Yeah. So
But
hang
for a
on,
split second, you thought she might be.
I thought it was Evelyn for a second.
Oh, for a good second, because you assumed it would be a woman that would pinch
Alright,
her ass.
but okay, sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still a bit unsure if that was a pinch or if that was if that was one of the daggers. on the arse. I'm
dagger
not
going up
sure.
your ass.
As it
Ooh.
happens, coincidentally, I am reaching for the dagger now that we're all on the other side, and I just draw it out from my belt, and look over at Taran and recognize him doing this, and I'm just like, "You bastard! This is probably better for you." And I hand him the dagger.
My eyes light up in cheerful glee.
I look over at Etten and just say, I'm not at liberty to say what caused that minor reaction that you may have felt, but it wasn't me. And then I move past him to hit.
Okay. Do you guys all want to take control of your characters and just move them square by square, and I will reveal as you walk.
Okay. Do you wanna move forward there,
Left or right?
Kovu? You're kind of in my way. I'm just saying.
Well, it's not incredibly, very well. I just I'll go behind him, that's fine.
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, those daggers are nice. I didn't actually read
Oh.
the effects.
Oh.
I just
hang
sort
on.
of shout down the hallway and they go the other way.
This is a
See you
wall,
on the
right?
other side.
Best of luck. Don't
Like-
die.
Stay close. Stay
Uh,
close.
Suddenly.
Uh-huh.
Oh goodness.
Oh.
Is there a reason this corner is particularly thick and black? Is it just a...
It's just
Easy,
an awkward
easy
way
now,
of
Josh. Easy.
revealing it. You must goodness of the fog of war.
Thick and black.
Is it just because of your...
Evelyn, did you go up to the symbol, or
No.
where did you go to? Just
I
before,
went,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
I look and I'm like, ooh, glowy symbol, and I just jump on it.
Oh,
I walked up this corridor because I was.
Okay.
so you didn't even see it.
sorry. I really don't like
wait.
mazes.
You all got to stop for a sec.
I'm gonna fuck everything up.
What's going
Oh.
on? Are you gonna
Oh.
die again?
Karen's
Okay.
dead. Don't worry about
Oh,
it.
this is exactly what I thought it was. Fuck yes.
All right. Okay.
I'm keeping up with Etin at a
Oh,
bit of
you're
distance.
over there.
Are you? Are you there?
I am, yeah. I can see you.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna go this way.
You're doing quite well.
I'm just sort of
Taryn,
sprinting
as
you wanna
you
go-
step
do you wanna
on
go the
that
other way?
square, guys, bear with me. Taryn, as you step on that square, you notice in the corner a small glowing orb, not unlike the ones that you guys used upstairs on the statues, but probably half the size. So rather than it
Yoink.
being like this sort of big, it's like this sort of big.
Yoink. It's mine now. It's in the pouch.
Of course it is.
I'm more concerned.
With the like the
Black
teleport
hands.
glyphs.
Um.
I'm just sort of running around
All right. Okay.
through the
Right.
hall.
Right. Let's keep this going.
Oh,
God,
This is very good. Taryn, you're aware that your primary objective here is to make sure that Evelyn's not dead.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Do you,
I know, I'm
do you
gonna
know where
just
she
sort of
is?
run back and jump on the cliff.
Okay, one sec. Sorry, you got us. I'm trying to keep up
Alan,
with all of you. You're all moving. Okay.
Do you know, I find that boy needs much more tutelage before he's ready for these sorts of events.
Yeah, I thought exactly that. I mean, I've been
Just-
thinking that for
just-
quite some time.
The fun thing
No,
is,
I'm
if
just
you
kidding.
hear my voice echoing, you would have just seen me run one direction and heard my voice come from the other. Just shouting, Avalon!
Oh God.
Avalon.
He even pollutes this labyrinth we're in. He's-
We can only assume he died a while ago. Continue on.
right. Do you want to carry on down? I'd like to say the east side of this. If you carry on going east, and I carry on going south, or do you want to just stay behind?
Evelyn,
Do you know?
Still
Yes.
shouting,
you turn around and you see in front of you this big puddle of water with something glowing.
Yes, I investigated. I want to touch it.
You find a small glowing orb, not unlike
I
the ones you found in the
would-
previous floor, but probably half the size.
Do you know,
Investigate it, I
aside
want to
from
touch
my initial intoxication when we first set on this adventure, which, by the way, I've discovered that I was poisoned, as we mentioned earlier. I've always thought you to be quite an intelligent fellow, Etin, and I will entirely trust in your sense of direction in this. Please proceed as you will, and I will back you up.
Well, you may, my friend, you may regret that. I'm just saying. So let's go this way.
Very well.
Oh, well, there seems to be something glowing over here. Kovu, do you want to check that out?
Well, it's presumably quite terrible. Ali, if you wouldn't mind, step on this glyph.
So she flies down tentatively,
Sacrifice.
lands, and disappears.
Where does she?
How far is she from me now?
Mm. About 55 feet.
I'm pretty sure it's like
Wow.
100 feet for me and Find Familiar. So I just
Wow.
communicate with her and get her to tell me what she sees.
55
bear with
feet.
me.
Bloody hell. Where the hell would that be?
And you see, from her perspective,
That down
She
there.
is-
Yeah, okay.
staring at a wall.
It seems, Etin, sorry, firstly, very well done, Ali. You've been most invaluable in this entire endeavor. Your partnership in everything we do is greatly appreciated. Thank you. I turn to Etin and just say, it seems that she's been transported, most likely through...
She lands back down on her glyph and then appears back in front of you.
Oh.
I hear her and turn around and it's like, oh, very good, and get her to land on my shoulder. I was like, it seems that if we step on this glyph that we'll be transported in some sort of fashion. It seems quite safe from what I can tell. Ali is corporeal. She can feel harm, and though she is fey in nature and recovers somewhat quicker than we do, I think that perhaps we would be quite okay were we to transport ourselves through this arcane
Right, well,
system.
I mean, if I think about any other in the dungeon of any other kind, we never go the first route. We go and check out what's down the other corridors.
Well, I can't say I'm not curious, but nonetheless, I pledge to follow your lead, and that I will do.
Well, let's do that then.
Taryn and Evelyn, what are you doing? Do you guys want to stop?
I'm literally
I
just
step
running
on the-
around the corridors, shouting for Evelyn,
Going
trying to get her attention, but there's still no response for some reason.
I step
Ooh,
on this
it
glyph
keeps going.
and then I
Okey-dokes.
hear a faint Evelyn, and I turn around like, yes? Disappear as soon as that happens.
Hello?
And then I'm like,
Okay,
like
so Etin and Kovu stop for a sec so that I could just keep up.
Okay, that's fine.
Evan, you've appeared in a strange boxy room, which has definitely got water all over the floor. It's very damp. And 4 small childlike statues with their hands forward. Similar, it's almost like they would be the apprentices of the statues you saw earlier. They're like younger, smaller, more petite versions standing in the same shape that you saw in the temple area upstairs.
I look around very flustered. Oh? Well, good. Oh, good.
Yeah, oh dear.
I put one of the orbs gargoyle.
Okay. As you do, it seems to light up slightly more and pulsate, and through the hallways you can hear what sounds like a noise.
I must go tell the others about them. Hop back on the glyph.
Cool.
Oh, you found one.
Oh, Taryn, is that you?
Yeah.
I found a strange orb, and then I found this glyph, and it took me to a room where I could put. Have you found any orb?
Yeah, I found this one.
Follow me this way.
Tra la 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 la.
It's like that. I love it.
Oh, well, this is cool. I'll plop it in this one.
Same thing happens. The hands slightly seem to absorb the orb. It starts pulsating, and you hear faintly down another hallway another noise.
No, it's down here.
Have you seen the others? Are they all right?
Yeah, they said to come find you, so I knew you wouldn't be dead.
Oh, thank you.
That's
I'll,
certainly what we said.
I'll remember that. We should stick together. If that's your...
Yeah,
Should we
come down this way.
investigate this way?
Okay, do you want to pause there, and I'll go back to the other
Yeah.
two? Esin, you're leading the way. Kovu's keeping his distance.
Oh god,
It's
he's
like,
really
you're
far.
starting to think that maybe you smell bad because he won't get near you like more than 15 feet.
Very much hugging the walls and peeking around the corners like, who?
You're quite the expert scout, Etin. I'm very proud. He muted Max.
Again, it's going on.
Someone made a
Do you know
false
how
sign.
many things I said at that point? I'm
None.
not even going to repeat it. Well, yeah.
I thought my one mistake earlier was bad.
Oh, this is never ending for me.
And as you reach here, you see two very large, ornate doors with no handles, no keyholes, nothing, but intricate. It looks like pieces that move. It's almost like clockwork, as there's cogs in it and bolts and very. If you think Gringotts from Harry Potter-esque, that kind of door with all the moving parts and things, you're not too sure what's happening. There's no keyhole. To be honest, you can barely see. You can't tell if it's one door or two doors. It looks very intricate, but you can't see a way to open it.
I mean, I'm gonna look at Kovu and be like, I think this is more your like your forte. I'm just gonna say.
Well, I'd like to say that that's the case, but if force is required, it seems that perhaps your expertise may be the result nonetheless. I'm going to try to look through the door if I can. Is there any cracks, gaps, or anything like that?
Do you want to do investigation or
Certainly.
Perception? But
Perception.
He looked through doors the moment he came here. Investigation. Bam!
Wow.
you cannot see anywhere where you. Would
I'm blind!
be able to open anything. There doesn't seem to be any openings of any kind. No door handles, keyholes, nothing. But you can tell that there are parts, moving parts. Not that you can control. They're far too big and heavy and clunky and intricate. But you think there may be something more magical at play that enables the door to do its thing.
How do you spell labyrinth?
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth. I put the R and
Yeah.
the Y the wrong way round.
Yeah.
Labyrinth.
Okay, you guys stay there. Do you want to flip back to Taran and Avlin?
Yeah, going down here, and I'll see that there's a little bit down here. So I'll go down here. Dead end.
Taran, I see them. This way.
What? Ooh.
And as you get over here, you notice that firstly in the corner there seems to be another glowing orb on the floor, amongst some rubble and some rocks. And there is another sigil on the floor next to you.
Pick up the orb.
That is yours.
I hop straight on afterwards.
Oh.
I look forward to the rest of this game just being Ulrich and Lucy stepping on glyphs and never making it to the door. Well, it seems that the structure of this store is somewhat intricate. I don't have any sort of key. Did you come across anything?
No, I did
down
not. Maybe we should make our way back to the to that pool that we saw before.
Oh, one sec.
Well, you don't want to hit it in some fashion? I'm somewhat surprised.
I mean, it looks way too mechanicable for me. I'm just saying.
Couple.
Yeah, I said that word. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, very well. DM, does it look as though it has any sort of keyhole or some sort of entry point for something? There's nothing to the mechanism that requires...
No, as I said before, you can't find any holes, any handle holes, keyholes, peepholes, nothing.
Very well, it seems we're...
the only thing I will say, sorry, the only thing I say, if there's all these
You can keep
kind of
moving up
weird
and Taran.
wheels all over it, I just believe that there's something more to this door than just hitting it. That's all I'm thinking.
Well, that's Very astute. I'm somewhat impressed. It seems that we lack the information that we would need to traverse this obstacle. Perhaps we should regroup with the others, as you suggested, and pool our resources, as it were, if they're not dead.
I think so too.
It'll be quite
I'm very-
unfortunate if they're
Taran,
dead,
I'm
but
getting worried.
I suppose we
I'm
could just
very
go home.
much sprinting through these halls.
Wait, Taran, stop. Go ahead.
Karen,
Or
I think
So you plop down the orb.
I think I can hear Taran dying
You hear a
now.
big, you hear the click, and right in front of you, Etin and Kovu, you see in the top left corner of this door, cogs start to move, and a strange piece of metal moves to the left, another one on the side. There's two more cogs on the right hand side, another one things, and it makes a big clunk noise as these two bolts seem to separate.
Well, wait a moment, Ed. I believe we found the key to this door. It seems to be that doubting our teammates opens this door in some fashion. Taran is quite inept and is likely already dead. And I look at the door.
Nothing happens.
Perhaps we're not doubting them enough. Edin, would you like to...
he's just a stinking thief. He is.
Oh, yes, and...
I think nothing. I think nothing more of.
And Evelyn, she's barely attractive at all.
I don't
This
know
isn't
what-
doubting. This is just being awesome.
I don't know what he's.
Nothing happens.
No,
although you do hear a cuckoo as you look at Ali, and she rotates her full line, looks at you, and cocks her head as much as she can in a "what are you doing" fashion.
I look back at her and then look at Etin and just go, I don't think we should repeat what she said. Let's find the others.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go.
Taran,
As you
getting
were,
worried.
Taran
Seen them.
and Evelyn.
Yeah, I saw them a few minutes ago. They're probably fine. I've realized that, like, there's a slight realization on my head, like on my face, even. It's like the light bulb going off of just like, oh, and then I use the word, the spell message, or the cantrip.
I wondered if this would happen.
Um,
Do as you may.
yeah, I would just sort of point in the general. Or I guess I wouldn't have to point because I know who it is.
Mhm.
But yeah, I attempt to sort of contact both Etin and Kovu. I'm just like, you guys alright? You dead? We're fine. We found some orbs. It's pretty cool.
Cool. You both hear that ring through your head as you're walking through the hallway back out past where the door was.
Ah, yes. Hello, Taran.
Can we
Yes,
actually
wait. Can I message back? Is it part of the spell?
Yeah, you can send my message back. I believe.
That's sending. I don't know if you
Oh,
can
is
with
it?
message.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
okay.
this is...
Maybe not.
Wait, oh. Yeah, they can reply in a whisper that I can hear.
Okay, cool. So I
Yeah,
just
there you
say, oh yes, hello, Taran. Thank you. We're quite well. We found a door with some sort of mechanical mechanism. We don't think that it's unlocked through any sort of verbal nature.
I mumble for
We've
about
carried out
3
tests.
And I'm just like, did that happen about like 3 or 4 seconds ago?
Yes, it did. Why?
The orbs that we found, we put them on the statues like we did on the other floor, and that might be it.
Oh, perhaps you could reconvene with us and we could look at these statues collectively.
Sure. I don't know where you are though.
We've gone quite south. I would head as south as you possibly can, and the only other thing I would say to perhaps give away our position is that there's quite a large body of water, though you don't have to
Wait.
delve into it to traverse it, and we haven't come across any of those teleportation sigils in some time, so if you see a large body of water whilst heading south, you're likely nearby, and if you find some sort of teleportation sigil, you have likely gone too far.
And I just sort of go, look at Evelyn, I'm like, south. And I run south, and I'm like, here's a good idea. And then I just literally just scream Kovu down the hallway.
You hear him successfully. Kovu.
Oh, okay. I just I listen to that and I just go, I've not heard screams like that since I tortured that one boy. And then I turn around.
I'm like taken
You
back.
don't
and I'm
hear
like,
that.
oh, thrown back.
Hey,
Hello!
Oh, good.
it's that like Spider-Man meme situation where at the end of the hall, just like you.
I'm down the other end of this corridor.
I sploosh through the water and I'm like, hey.
Etin is here as well.
Oh, the others. I'm glad. Do you have any orb? Small orb.
I don't have any orbs. No, I believe you have some. Taryn mentioned.
We found 3.
Why did you step away from our companion? I'm going to step away slightly myself now. I take a half step towards Etin and I just go, what are we doing?
Everyone's stepping away from me suddenly, so I'm just like, what the
Fuck? What did I do?
You're muted, Etin.
That's the highlight of the video is me going.
I don't know what those hand gestures mean. Use words.
I was just making space. I mean, I was just making space. For this. That's all it is.
I said,
Why does everything I do have to have a meaning? Okay. Right.
Well, I'm going to search a final orb. Clearly.
sorry, what are you going for, Evelyn?
Finding an orb. There's a
The
couple of
final
paths
orb.
that we haven't explored.
In fact, you say you found another orb.
I feel like we've not reconvened at all.
I mean, you guys can follow. They're not running.
I used that spell
Wait,
this.
Yes, but it's quite wet.
Okay, wait. Kovu, why don't we go through that other portal that we haven't?
Oh, we could. It's certainly
Let's get on. Go.
very well.
And then we jump in. Where do we go?
Ali stays at the door.
Yep, Taryn, you find a small chest.
Wow, there's
I
no way
wanna
he's telling
open
anyone
it.
about that.
Remember what happened with the books when we
is
when we opened it?
You find
It's
negative
not
daggers.
I find what? Sorry.
A small chest. It's probably about.
Yeah.
Bear with me.
Like a little lockbox sort of thing.
Wrapped
Probably
in
about this big.
a sheet
like
of
a
fabric
biggest
with
jewelry box
no
kind of
holes.
size. And it's locked. It's small, it's wooden, and it's locked.
Like my sex life.
Guys,
What does that mean?
it means nothing. That's the worst part. That's why his sex life
So
is like
gross.
because those are the lines he comes up with.
Hey, baby, you want to be disappointed?
The other, you lot can.
I have nothing else to say. That's it. We're done. We can all go now. It's fine.
Oh god.
I want
Hilarious.
to. Wait, is the box like ornate in any way? Does it look pretty?
Mildly, but you don't think anyone's spent a huge amount. It's not plain. It's got some stuff on it. It's got a little bit of brass casing on it, but it's nothing too fancy.
I put it like on its side on the floor so that I can sort of kick into the lock, and I kick into the lock.
Okay, then it'll make a fair amount of noise if you're kicking into the floor,
that's
or
fine.
into a box into the floor. Okay. Do you want to roll strength check for me? I
Ah,
guess.
shit. Yes.
Because you're trying to bash it open. And then Avalyn, what are you doing? You've probably heard the bang, well, a few bangs of Taryn kicking.
16.
Probably stomping more than kicking.
Right. I'm still looking around this corridor. And then I run over and I'm like, oh, is everyone all right?
You can tell where the
Yeah,
noise
lots
is
of
coming from.
So I hear lots of banging. Like, go over.
I'm actually
And
in this
as
time it
you
would have
walk into the room, you see Taryn stomping quite heavily on a little round box.
Curb stomping a chest.
just sees an like
As it starts to fracture, it's not smashed or anything, but it's definitely
American
starting to
History X
fracture.
style.
And some of the brass edging round the lock is giving way.
Just sees me stomping on some random object.
Bite the
Don't even
curb.
know what the
He's
object
gonna
is.
bite
It
the
just
curb,
seems
that's
to
it.
be
He's gonna bite the
an
curb.
object.
Open your mouth.
Karen, what are you doing?
Bite the curb.
I just sort of look around and like there was a locked thing. I couldn't remember if you could like open things like this, so I just thought I'd open it.
Do you not have any lockpicks?
Oh my
or-
god, is that Black Label?
No.
Oh my god, that is my favorite whiskey ever.
Is it? Oh, that's
Ever
what
in
me and
life.
Adam got Josh for his birthday.
That is a fantastic whiskey. I
Oh,
love
how
it.
great is that? I mean, it looked fancy anyway, but
It is
we've never
really
tried
good.
it, so.
Really good. I love it.
Oh, have you?
Love it.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Mr. Johnny Walker.
Boom. Well, at least now you know
It's
Amy and
very
Adam have good taste.
It's
of
very
whiskey.
good. Yeah, it's very good. Very good.
I look over at Evelyn. I'm just like sword leverage. Maybe.
Sure.
Evelyn, you take a little look and seeing the bits that sort of come apart and where he split the box and where the brass is coming away. You think that digging in one of your daggers and a bit of leverage, you can probably crack it.
I pass him a dagger.
Oh, he's got the complete set now.
I look down, just like, wait, but I already have one, and I pick out a dagger from my own belt, and I use it to leverage it open.
Okay, well, you two are leveraging it open. It takes you a few minutes, but you do open it. While you're doing that, Etin and Kovu, where are you going?
1 sec.
Etin, where are you going? And are you on mute? Oh, no, you're not.
I just turn around and go, oh, look at that.
Well, let's carry on. What's this on the floor? Is that something on the floor here?
Oh, that was the orb. Sorry, they've picked it up now.
Oh, they've already got that one.
They've got that one. Sorry.
Oh, then I turn around and go, very well,
Oh.
let's continue on.
Yeah, but hang on. What's this way though?
What isn't?
So,
That's what
is there
isn't.
anything here? Is there anything here where I am now?
Roll investigation.
Could I roll it too?
Yeah. Or well, Etin, roll with advantage.
Let's roll.
Can I roll with advantage?
No, well, no, he was doing it first.
Well, can I do a flat investigation? We just roll our own because I don't want to help him. I want to roll my own.
Okay, go on then. Roll your own each. No, just no advantage.
Ah, I knew it was going to be shit after all of that.
Yep.
I have such a high investigation, it didn't make sense to help you rather than just roll my own.
14.
There's nothing there. It's an empty space.
Oh.
What's there, Etin?
No, nothing but an empty space.
Oh, well.
It's just shadows.
I'm glad we've discerned that. What do you think we should do? Should we simply head back round? I'm not really, to be honest, I've lost my way a little bit, having teleported here. It's...
I feel like I've lost my way as well.
Let's just go back through the teleporter and maybe that will orientate ourselves a little bit easier. Let's just go back through there.
Just go back to the door and just not do anything. Why don't we just wait for them to do it?
I think I remember the way to the door. I've got no way to communicate with them once again, and especially with Taran leading them. They could well be dead.
I mean, no, but wait. Sorry, I didn't ask. But what do these moons mean?
They're teleporters.
You haven't seen any of those yet, I don't think.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Huh?
You've only come across the blue ones.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then let's continue.
So you guys heading back to the door? Is that what's happening?
We're heading back
Yes.
to the door.
Okay,
Because-
you've given up.
How unlocked is
because-
it at this point?
You can see what seems to be 3 solid areas where bolts have split apart. Now that you saw that one mechanical piece move and 2 bolts split apart, you can see 2 other areas where it seems to be the same.
Okay.
So I would assume at this point that we're going to hit them.
You want me to just hit the door?
Well, you can see where the lock seems to unlock in some fashion. I would.
Oh, so you want me to hit that lock? Is that what you were asking?
I'm just suggesting that if you hit the lock, perhaps you could break it open, and maybe the door opens, and perhaps you're some sort of hero. I wouldn't like to influence you in any sort of fashion, but
God damn it! And I just turn over. I swing for it and see if I can break it.
Okay, do you want to roll a strength check? Flat strength.
Whatever you want. Flat strength.
Flat strength.
Flat strength. Okay, go!
Nat 20!
15.
Oh, come on. Your strength has got to be more than a d20.
No. My
You
flat
still have to
stre-
add
my-
your-
You still
you
add the
still have to add your
modifier of your
modifier.
strength. What's
No,
your
but you
strength?
said
Plus
flat-
5?
You said flat 20.
No, flat
No,
strength.
Flat strength.
So d20 plus strength modifier.
I mean, flat strength. Sorry, you know what? Never mind. 19, which is a critical.
If it was
No,
the
it's only
second.
if you roll with it.
It is a,
Nothing happens.
what?
Door doesn't give way. Evelyn, what are you doing? Evelyn.
I'm looking at this blank space. What's this blank space?
Nothing.
Oh,
How do we not have them all yet? Sevi, you sure they haven't placed all the orbs?
no, we've placed.
No, we got
Here.
3. Because we got
We are
one from
missing-
this small puzzle over by this bit. We got one from this hallway down here. And I got one from here. Up in the corner.
Is there one hidden somewhere here?
So wait, Sevi, how many locks are open?
You can
3.
see 3 bolts that are separated.
Okay, cool.
But you guys haven't been to the room, haven't seen any orbs.
That's fine.
I'm looking in this direction.
I ran down here.
What's here?
Nothing.
So it seems that hitting
No,
them hasn't
I mean, I'm looking here. What's
hasn't
here?
broken the last lock.
Hey,
But you can't see that.
I mean,
It seems
I
that
Taryn finds a glowing orb on the
I
floor.
can sense we're about to open this door.
I'm sure that
I
we're
sent.
but mere moments
message
away. Perhaps you
again.
could hit the last lock one last time. I'm sure you'll do it this time.
You want me to hit the lock this time again? All right, let's.
Certainly,
You know
you're
what?
quite a strong fellow, Etten. You do yourself a disservice.
I'm
Alright.
using the spell
Okay,
message
cool.
again to
I'm
tell them.
going to.
Found it.
I'm
Found the
going
last
to
one.
hit the lock one more time.
Oh,
Wait! I just received a message.
hello.
They think they found something. Taryn, I don't know what it perhaps relates to, but we're
The
about
last
to
door.
bust the lock open, so don't worry about it. Etten, go.
I'm just going to wait.
I stopped.
After about like 20 seconds, I'm just going to use the spell again. I'm like, did anything happen?
I feel COVID. I felt as if that was a 20. I'm just saying. I can feel a 20 out of that.
Nothing happened.
Most scales go up to 10, but that's fine.
Oh, that's how confident I am.
Well, it's very impressive.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Nothing
seem to have immediately done anything, but keep trying. Certainly, I'm sure you'll find
I
it
just-
nonetheless.
I just placed the orb down.
As you place the orb down, it does the same as all the others have, slightly pulsating glow, and as it sort of clinks into place, all 4 orbs slowly seem to pulsate and get brighter. By about
Oh, well done,
double
Etten.
brightness.
Is it perhaps
And then
it's a bit of
They do
a...
a big flash and then subside and seem to almost switch off. It's like they all just turn into empty glass balls, and there's nothing left in them. And
Oh.
finally, you hear in the distance a big clink, and you guys watch as in the bottom right-hand corner, the same sort of thing happens where 2 cogs turn and 2 straight metal bolts seem to move apart, and then suddenly it seems as if the whole door comes alive, and all these cogs and bolts and twists you hadn't seen before all start to seem moving. And it's almost like the door's alive and has snakes running through it, as everything seems to be moving and twisting and turning and making quite a lot of noise. And after a few minutes, they slowly seem to make a final dunk noise and seem to start opening. And then I'm going to go to the toilet.
A delayed reaction, Etten. Well done. It seems that the last one was jammed in some fashion, and you've set it free so that it can finally open. Welcome, Evelyn. Our good friend here has managed to traverse the obstacle. Oh, Taryn as well. Taryn, the last.
That was Taryn.
I saw the whole thing. I really don't believe so. Taryn, did you hear? You're muted again, Etten. Did you hear, Taryn, that Etten has managed to dislodge the final lock on this door? It seems that it was jammed in some fashion.
I put an orb in about 3 seconds ago. Did it happen about 3 seconds ago?
No, it was about maybe 10, 15 seconds ago, actually, that he hit the door. It seemed that there was a bit of a delayed reaction, and then it came loose. Very well done, Etten.
start to move about 3 seconds ago. At the point of which I would have placed the orb down.
Maybe 5 or 6. I wasn't counting. I was quite impressed, though, nonetheless. An achievement.
Well done.
I
well
will
done, guys.
glance over at Evelyn, just like, fuck.
Well done, Etin, and nobody else. Let's go through this door. Evelyn, feel free to stay ahead of me.
After
I'm
our god
far more
returns
armored than I was.
to her
I mean, you guys all playing around in that maze, right? We're here doing real work.
I once again glance over at Evelyn. Like, the fuck?
I'm sure whatever sexual endeavor they were on was quite successful.
That's so nasty.
Will you guys?
Hang on,
Will,
what's the
will you
difference?
boys ever behave yourselves?
What's the difference? What's the age difference between the characters? Sorry.
Between Evelyn and Taryn.
Yeah, Evelyn and Taryn. Yeah.
A more
mean,
unnecessary
let's
age.
make
Like
sure that-
19 and 45 or something.
Oh, blood.
Yeah.
My mother-daughter relationship is definitely thriving.
Cougar. Okay, cool. Let's carry on. Let's go through these doors.
No,
Okay,
I'm just joking. You were all instrumental. Well done. Well done to the whole team. Especially
These
those who
doors
opened the door.
open.
You want us to jump up in midair and freeze?
Imagine the doors are open. I did actually put these doors on myself, but I didn't put them on a layer where I did them on the flat map, so I can't undo it. Sorry, you'll just have to.
You can't
remember that
switch
they're
to the
open.
map layer.
I did it on the map, like way before Roll20.
Oh, like you added them, but they're
Yeah,
part
like
of the
on
map.
paint.net kind of thing.
Yeah. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Just remember that this door. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. Freehand.
Just remember that shit don't be like that no more.
Shit, don't be like it is, but it
Doors
do.
open.
What doesn't? Sorry.
The doors are open. You then have to right-click my token and bring it to
My
front.
question is, who decided that the doors would open into this tiny corridor?
Yeah, they definitely should open outwards.
Oh, sorry.
Just imagining that, like, interior decorators just being like, yeah, that's
Like
alright.
Taryn
We're like,
is just locked out as I like quickly squeeze past.
It's trying to get around these doors.
Oh, why don't we move it?
What's going on with these
They
doors?
like go the wall or something, like kind of chung out like the wall.
It's like,
Such an elaborate hinge mechanism. It's like the door itself.
they open towards us and now they open away. What's going on?
You guys mean.
Very sorry.
Like, wow. Okay. Well, now that these doors have sorted themselves out, let's continue.
What if the door spins on its hinges and knocks it out?
It's quite the transformative
yeah.
journey these doors have been on. Let's head downwards into the stairway. Don't forget that we're here to find the scroll of Stalvin, something that
Maybe these
supposedly
stairs are going
doesn't
up.
exist.
Maybe they're
All of
going up
you, be
rather than
careful.
down.
I mean, they're certainly going down. I can see you transcending them, but nonetheless, let's proceed.
Calm down, everyone. Careful. You don't know it's dangerous.
Yes, that's why I let you go first.
You walk into a very
Whoa.
strange room with in front of you a very massive glowing orb. It's not an orb as in made out of any kind of material. It seems to be some kind of thick force field, slightly opaque. You can see ever so slightly. You can see slightly through it. It's definitely obscured in some fashion. So it's not completely transparent, but you can see through it somewhat. And in between it, you can see. You recognise it from the actual library where you came in the first place. It's like a strange wooden plaque that's sort of flat against the table, but slightly at an angle. And it's something that you put either a map or a book on to sort of lay something out to flick
So
through it.
where
or-
is that? Where is that?
So
Sorry.
in the middle of the orb.
Oh, okay.
It's almost like there's a small platform slightly raised off the floor, and then there's this strange wooden plaque that's slightly raised at an angle, and on it seems to be what looks like a scroll.
I found it.
Oh god, I've forgotten what we were looking for.
The scroll.
I'll be honest, I forgot until Josh mentioned it, so you know.
It's an old myth that the people of Starvin believed to just be a myth. A powerful magic was found a number of years ago and was decided to be too powerful and was sealed a number of years ago. Mercer explained that a reliable source had contacted him to tell him that someone is going after the Forbidden Scroll and that there was a mole within the King's Guard to attempt to claim it in some fashion. 2 days ago, the King's Guard were called to the Library of Lianos in the marketplace, and the librarian had been killed, stabbed in the gut, found with a note that Evelyn has on her, and that is why we headed to the Temple of Arella, which set us on this motion to end up in the library and acquire this scroll, which is supposedly too powerful to be available to the public.
Okay, so while you walk in and you see what's in front of you and you see what looks to be a scroll through this giant force field, Kovu, you all look a bit confused, and Kovu decides to take his moment to recall what's happened and how you started on this journey and explains to you.
I look at the big
what
orb
you've just
force
done.
field and look down at my very slow-moving orb of Lianos that permanently hovers around me and just see the huge difference in scale.
Yes, very much so. So the orb looks about 7 feet. It's about 7 feet tall from the floor, and probably the same again. Well, probably about. Well, according to this, it's about. The scaling's slightly off on the room for the orb, but the orbs are probably about 10 feet wide and about 7 foot high. So it doesn't completely meet a circle at the bottom. It's like the bottom half is sort of chopped off. If that makes sense. Big orb looks down at small orb. Okay. Taryn, you feel a strange tug coming from what you think is it's like you've got various bags on you to hold your rations and your various equipment, and you feel like there's something like a tug on you. But as you turn around, you notice that there's no one behind you, or there's not at least anyone close to you that could be like Kovu's not pulling a prank by trying to pull anything off, and no one else seems to be around you. And then out of the corner of your eye, you see what appears to be a rodent scuttle from behind you off in this direction. And
Frostbolt!
then bear with me.
Ray of Frost! Do I see the rodent?
Roll perception.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Too busy looking at the big orb and the small orb.
I'm fully aware of my small orb. Damn it.
Exactly,
You
I'm
don't
too aware of
see
a small
shit.
orb.
All of you roll perception for me.
Shit, wrong one. I pressed that once.
Oh my god, it gets worse.
I'll go make a drink while you all do that.
5.
Ah,
Oh dear. It really-
Bang!
Wait!
Oh, hello.
Whoa!
Hooray! Damn right.
I can see everything.
Etton's eyes glow.
He starts to float 4 feet above the air.
I've seen
I
into the
see
past.
universe.
The answer is time.
It's never time! Why is it always time? It's time! I wake up in the morning and I look at Josh and he's like, it's time. And I'm like, it's not time! I genuinely
was
feel like if me and
so-
Josh get married one day, we're going to stand at the end of the aisle and he's going to look at me and he's going to go, it's time. And I'm going to be like, fuck you, those are the worst spells ever.
That's gonna be the entire wedding. He's just gonna say it's time and then just leave.
The ritual is complete.
Yes!
Like, the small
yes,
act out.
Say that.
Just it's time.
Oh,
Roll for marriage.
Okay, so 19, 7, 3, and 25. Avril won. Wow.
She's blind.
I'm very distracted. It's big orb. I'm not.
Yeah, you're
magic.
completely consumed by the big glowing orb in front of
I'm,
you.
like,
You've
very
never seen anything like it.
I see everything.
It's time.
I see time.
Oh, so Taryn and Etin,
I
as
can
you're
smell
standing
colours.
there, as you're standing there staring at this giant orb and wondering what's going on, clearly this scroll is important if it's contained in such strange, forceful fashion. And then suddenly you fucking hell. I give up.
I'm sorry.
We're still listening.
We are listening. We are listening. Sorry.
So you both see through the other side of the force field. So from here,
Who's both in this scenario? Taryn and
I
Etin?
already said Tara and Nettin. If you
Okay.
had not been giggling, you'd heard that. From this area here, you see a shadowy, dark figure, about 6 foot tall.
Don't like that.
And Etin, you hear some deep, that's the word I was looking for, mumbling. And then, oh, 1 minute.
I start to sort of.
Mumbling. Hang on. I've heard that before.
And then everything goes black.
Ooh.
What?
I would have, like, seeing this, just taken a stance of
Whoa!
preparing.
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Have
Whoa!
an energy crackle.
Oh, now he listens.
Wait a minute.
So,
Wait a minute.
what? Things
Wait a
happen.
minute. Wait. Slow down.
Wow,
Slow down for a
wow.
second. Wait. We see someone turn up 6
You and
feet
Taryn
tall.
both see a shadowy, dark figure through the other side, on the other side of the orb, about 6 feet tall.
Shit.
And you specifically hear some deep mumbling. Not
Okay.
dissimilar to what Taryn does when he's
That's what I'm
concentrating,
thinking.
but
So
much
we're
deeper
literally-
and focused.
We're seeing like
and-
evil versions of ourselves. Like there's gonna be someone else. It's another version of me and another version of Taryn. Like, because I recognize those mumblings from anywhere. Shit. Okay.
I'm not the only one that mumbles, dude.
Oh, really? Oh,
Mumbling is a thing that a lot of people do. I just do it more than others.
you are the mumbler.
The mumbler. Is that
You
my,
are the
my,
mumbler.
My,
That sounds like a really good movie.
the mumbler.
It doesn't.
The
Just 2
mumbler.
hours of mumbling.
Is no one concerned that
So
it's
wait,
gone black?
why is it black?
Yes.
Like,
You don't
I'm
know.
sat here
All you
waiting.
know is that you saw this figure, you heard a strange mumbling, and then everything went to pitch black.
Sorry, go on.
I reach for the little pedestal thing or whatever that was near me before. Like I use my left hand to go and try and grab it.
Yep, you successfully hold on to or make grab for the
Make
I
contact
make a
with.
grab.
strange
Yep.
token.
I
thing
do
that-
make a grab.
You make grab. Yeah, that's the thing.
I pull
Grab
out a
some
torch.
seat.
I pull out a torch, please. Get some light.
Okay, so as you pull out your torch,
Mhm. Excuse me. I am drunk.
And considering nothing. Oh no, never mind.
the light comes back. The darkness seems to almost evaporate
But what
within
is that in the middle?
seconds.
I mean,
And as you look in to your strange glowing orb, you see inside the orb now a very tall, grey, dark-featured elf, grinning manically and holding the scroll while staring at you.
oh wow, that's creepy.
Do we
Very
recognize him?
I say, who are
Do
you?
not-
Break his legs.
By yourself.
I was thinking the same thing.
Break his legs.
He's spreading love. Don't let him get away.
Do you try and touch the orb, Evelyn, or have you just gone towards the orb?
No, I just I've drawn my blade.
Okay, so you're not trying to like smash through it. You're just standing in front of it, getting in its
Yeah,
face.
like as I was off the guard on my
Yeah.
So I'm like, identify yourself. Step forward in front of him.
So he laughs, and and I'm really sorry, but I've got a sore throat, so I'm not going to do any voices. But he says, he
Yes.
chuckles. He's going to say, "Why, thank you. You've You've done the job quite nicely.
Double cross.
What do you mean?
What the hell did we do
No,
for
no, no.
him? Well, did we just set him
So
free?
you released him.
Is that what we've done? No. No way. Yeah, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say that. Carry on.
So he chuckles while he sees the sheer fear in Ettin's face and the confusion in Avelin's. While he says, "Well, for nearly 9 months I've tried to find this place with little luck. Hours of research in that stupid little library, playing nice with the pitiful people in the city, trying to find out more information. Finally, a stroke of luck and a clue leading to me to that damn white temple. I was so close, all the stupid garbs for the guards and everything. If only that stupid dwarf would have left me alone, I would have surely have found my way here in the end. Put my whole plan at risk. So, I ended up coming to come another way in. And suddenly it hit me. Why do the dirty work myself? I'll just make someone else do all the work for me and tag along for the ride." And then he's going to look at you, Taryn, and say, "Your bag was most comfortable, by the way. All that muttering, though, has given me rather a headache." And then he's going to look at the scroll, look back at you, and grin and say,
Can I
"Anyway."
roll history for whatever the fuck happened?
How did he come in with Taryn's bag? I am confused, and I feel like we should understand.
He was
that.
in Taryn's
Taryn, roll
bag.
history.
Yeah, I need. And if I remember, I'm gonna do something very specific. 13.
Yep, that's fine. Given the fact that he's just mentioned that your bag was comfortable, and you remember that probably less than 2 minutes ago you felt something tug on your bag, and then a creature run past you, you feel like he may have been a stowaway in another form.
I stop mumbling in, like, response to this, and then I'm just gonna use shocking grasp on the thing that I'm holding. The lovely
the thing that
totem
you're
next to
holding?
me.
Okay,
This totem pedestal thing.
okay.
Just because I'm annoyed and I was already prepared with my magic. So,
Oh, well, it's like an outlet of your rage. You're not necessarily trying to break
yeah, I'm just like,
it.
yep,
You're just an
bastard.
outlet. Yep.
Putting it in my bag.
Okay, so you do that, and you brimming with this energy and fury, and you realise suddenly that you saw this mouse run across the floor. You felt a tug on
Oh,
your
that
bag.
mouse.
He says that he was comfortable, but he heard you this entire time, and suddenly you start to realise, my God, he was with us the whole time. He said that he wanted to come along for the ride, and it realizes with you that he must have transformed in some fashion and has been with you guys the entire time. And that he's jumped out very recently.
When did we meet this mouse?
About 3 minutes ago.
Okay, good. Because I was just like, it's not been in my notes up until now.
No, would it be?
No,
I-
we didn't notice.
Good,
at
good.
all. Did my shocking grasp do
So
anything?
you do your shocking grasp, you see it bolt through, and it doesn't do any damage to the totem because the structure it's made from, electricity, doesn't really do anything, but you see it emit from your hands and cascade through the item. And he laughs and he looks at all of you and says, "Well, I wouldn't say it's been a pleasure, but you have got me what I came for.
Can I
I'll be leaving
see what is the outer orb? It looks like Evelyn is within range to pass through the outer orb. Is any part of her passing through it?
No, she's just standing in front of it.
So it looks as though spells
Sorry,
won't...
it's just because of how the squares are.
That's fine. It looks as though the orb is...
For the sake of time, just because I've noticed it's 10 o'clock.
We started
you-
late, though.
Yeah, I know. But I don't want to waste like 10, 15 minutes doing something that I can just tell you.
That's cool.
It's not huge. Given your history and your experience and your knowledge and your skill set, you can tell that this is an extremely powerful spell that someone has managed to put up for this orb. And you think it's almost like it's impenetrable. You cannot quite figure out how he's managed to get in without touching or attacking or breaking it. And you think that trying to break this, it almost looks like it has multiple layers, and you can't quite figure out how, it would take you a long time to try and figure out how to crack through this thing. And
Okay.
it could
In that
do more
case,
harm.
I just shout out to him and just say, "That's enough, coward! Either go about your way or face us like a man."
He's going to smile and say, he's going to walk to here and stand in front of Avlin and laugh and say, 1 minute. Just gotta check so far. He's gonna laugh and say, I think I'd rather not, you know. And he's going to disappear. And then about 3 seconds later, reappear. And then he is going to disappear again.
Where did he go? Has he taken the scroll?
All of you roll perception.
19.
19.
Okay, you're all pretty high. So you collectively piece together Kovu. You recognise that he's obviously done some kind of teleportation magic to get in and out of the orb, and that's how he's got behind you. Taran, you're looking at...
Is the scroll gone?
Yes, he was holding the scroll as he appeared in the orb when you guys saw him. Taran, as you looked at him, you think you recognise some of the words that he was saying as he muttered and disappeared, and you think he may have turned invisible. And Etin, you hear the distinct sound of running footsteps. And you hear running.
Because I know
who've
that
just come
he's
through.
invisible, I probably would have gathered that, and I just look over at Kovu knowing that he has magical knowledge. I'm just gonna be like, invisible. He hasn't gone far. And start sprinting.
I'm gonna run this way, I guess. Especially up to the water. Do I...
Yeah, so
I'm
you...
searching the room.
As you get to here, you see at this end a splash, and you think, from what you take as a last footstep, as it seems to go around the corner.
I'm gonna get
And
there
you
as
can hear
quickly as I possibly
distinctly
can.
through.
Go
So
on.
round the corner, you see round the corner here and here, you can see watery footprints, a trail almost leaving behind.
As soon as
and
I
you-
think I'm within range of him, I'm gonna try and fire off a ray of frost.
Oh, sorry, I had ice in my mouth. Yeah, roll.
Just roll to hit with disadvantage. But like it can't possibly hit if he's round a corner that I can't hit from. So that's 12, and that's 20. So if a 12 hits him,
No, 12 didn't hit him.
okay. So I fire it here and then keep moving. Do I
Where
get?
did you fire it? Sorry, where was the spot you fired it to?
Well, I was aiming for just sort of like this area.
Like this direction.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay, from what you're aware, you don't hear any noise. You don't think you've done any damage. You can't see anyone, so you
Can't see any
continue on.
contact. Yeah.
You hear a big splash again. Sounds like someone running through water.
What? So
You
more
guys keep
likely
moving.
here than here.
Yes.
So then I turn
coming
this
from this
corner. I
direction.
fire again.
It seems to just go straight and hit the wall.
Okay. Then
Like
I'll
this
come
wall
around
here.
here and try and see the same thing. If I get to these stairs and see any sort of movement in the water, I'm going to electrocute the water.
Okay, bear with me. Sorry, I'm just checking something.
Because unless he can walk on water, he's going to have to make motion. Like that water went still. So he's going to be very obvious where he is in that water.
Yep, as you come round the corner, you see... Oh, man, where did I put it? Oh, stupid me. It's always good when you delete something and don't put it anywhere. I think it was this. Sorry, I meant to move it and I hit delete instead.
That's cool.
As you come around the corner, you see him here reappear.
Lightning bolt.
Roll.
100 foot line, deck save. But given his speed, does he look as though, and his nature for
He's
okay,
full pelt
yeah, but
full
do
pelt.
I think that
And-
he is weaker than he is dexterous, for example?
Yeah, so when you saw him, he was holding a staff in one hand and he was holding
I'm going to
a
switch it
scroll
to
in the
strength.
other. Okay. So I have to roll a strength
Strength
right?
save.
That's how it works.
Yep.
14.
That's a fail, which means he takes full damage from 8d6.
Okay.
Ooh.
Let's fucking go.
21 damage.
Bear with me. I did not open. Oh, and I should get my music out. One minute.
I'll then teleport across the water as a bonus action.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. Let me set up the water, and then I need to go open a notepad. Oh, actually, I had a pen. Yeah, that'll be better. 21, was it?
21 damage. And assuming that my mage armor has ended at some point, I would have recast mage armor. I would assume
Okay,
that
yeah.
it's been 8
Yeah,
hours since
yeah,
the
yeah,
last
it would
time.
have been.
Given the 4 hours
Where's,
sleep and everything.
Okay.
Where's? Oh, she's all the way at the beginning
Well,
where we were.
Etin
this has been a long
and-
run. I'd say Avalyn could probably move X amount depending on Sevi's choice.
Yeah, I'd say no one can get past Kovu. Distance yourselves a bit.
Yeah, but
because you
Avalyn
wouldn't be-
intentionally checked the room first.
Yeah, because after he disappeared, I immediately ran around. I was like looking for him, and then
Okay.
him.
You don't find
They
anything
ran
in the
off.
room. It's
I
pretty
was-
empty. But
They all
when by the time you realise that, they've all made it sort of by this to sort of here, and they're full pelt running. So you'll need to run and catch up. So you'll be significantly behind them. You'd probably be
Yeah.
about here by the time they've reached where they are now,
Yeah,
depending on what route you've taken.
yeah.
But this sort of-
Yeah, as if like I was probably behind. I was like looking for where they'd gone because obviously I was so behind. So I've probably like gone around the long look bit.
Yeah.
So I'll probably miss a couple
Uh,
randomly.
okay. He is going to. How can I do this? One sec. Has he disappeared for you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now
Okay,
you moved to statue.
Yeah, I was trying to get rid of that because it was in my way.
Where's-
He disappears.
Okay.
From what you saw, actually, you definitely struck him, and you saw it go through his body. And there was a moment where he stopped, and rather than full pelt running, he stopped and then turned invisible.
Okay.
You can hear running. Still.
Yeah, I'm gonna look back at the other two and just say, take the left stairs, and then I'm gonna go this way to the right stairs. I'm just trying.
Okay.
I'm just going round, and then as soon as I get to the stairs, I'm gonna fire off a ray of frost this way, and then a ray of frost that way if they haven't got there yet. I don't know if I have time to do that, but
You have time. Whether it hits him or not is another matter.
okay. So it's a D20 plus 8 at disadvantage. So 11 on the one up the right stairs and 22 on the one up the left stairs.
Don't you? Oh, did you do 25 and 22? 25, 11, 25, 22. Is that how it went?
Yes. So
Yeah,
the one up the
okay,
right
cool.
stairs is an 11, and the one up the 20 and the one up the left stairs is a 22. So if he went up the left stairs, I probably hit him. If he went up the right stairs, I probably missed him.
Okay. You don't hear anything, and he doesn't reappear, so you're not too sure.
Okay. Having done that, I'm just going to shout back to everyone, I'm fairly certain he's gone up the right stairs. And I continue on up them.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
By that point, I
Ah,
think we would have both like wade/swam across the water and gotten to this point. So, yeah, stopping up there.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna go up the left if just in
Who's
case.
going up the left and who's going up the right? Sorry.
I'm
Going
gonna
the
go.
left as well.
You go up left as well.
Yes,
When
perfect
I
shout for us
when
to
I
go to the left.
catch up eventually, I'll go up right.
Yeah, cool.
So Avalyn and who are up the right?
Kovu.
Okay.
Kovu and Avalyn.
Sorry, I'm just putting your tokens on the other layer.
I'll just move up for convenience sake.
Is that correct? Have I got you both on the right
Yeah,
sides?
yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
guys move your characters still? The tokens even?
Yep.
Hang on.
Yep.
Yes.
Can I at this point pull out the lantern of revealing?
Oh.
You can, yes.
Wow, where
I
did
do
you get
so.
that from?
I've had it the whole time.
It was how we found the orbs.
Yeah,
In this
I'm
area.
pretty sure it discovers invisible things.
Oh yes, of
Yeah,
course.
I'm pretty sure it does. I assume this will work, but I'm just checking for the sake. Invisible creatures and objects are visible as long as they're in the bright light, which is a 30-foot radius. So, do I put a 30-foot radius on you, or do you do that?
I think
'Cause
I
there's
can
a way,
do it.
isn't there?
I think I can do it. There you
Oh.
go.
Yeah. Okay. Move as you will.
Well, I teleported towards him at one point, so I used my full movement and teleported, so I should be quite close to him, bar
Okay.
a few feet to fire 2 cantrips. So coming out of here, I'm gonna go this way. I'm just waiting for
and
the
then you
lantern to
see
reveal him.
Bear with me. He appears. I'm just trying to. Sorry, layers. I'm getting used to it. He appears here,
Okay,
and then
so-
he looks over his shoulder. Bear with. You've done your movement.
Carry
You've
on.
got your lantern out.
Well, I haven't used any
Um,
actions or anything if that's available.
No, I know, but you've got a lantern out. You've moved.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so.
Yeah, fair.
Why is it not saying select? Am I on the wrong layer? Oh yeah, well, the wrong layer.
Yeah,
again.
probably.
There we go. Oh, it's because I'm moving tokens from layers, but then I'm not moving me on layers.
Yeah.
So he looks over his shoulder and he sees you, and then. Dun, dun, dun. 30 feet. So you see him as he looks at you, he mutters something, and then. And then he disappears. I don't think you can see from that angle.
I can't.
So yeah, so as far as you're concerned, oh actually, so he would have made it here. So he's still within your lantern revealing, but he's not
okay.
invisible anymore.
Okay.
But I don't know whether you can see him through that angle of the wall.
Possibly not,
potentially?
but I'm going to move towards him anyway.
Okay, and as you do, he carries on moving. Guys, feel free to move within reason.
As this happens,
Okay, so I
run to this side.
also, having seen him, I'm shouting, I found him! He's heading to the central section! Can I move,
cool.
Sevi, or is that bullshit at this point?
Yeah, he's moved 10 feet, so you can move 10 feet.
Okay, well, I'll get to here then and lightning bolt him again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's a dex save.
Okay, are you keeping it dex?
I can't change it 2 times, not without
Okay.
resting.
Nat 20.
It takes half damage.
I can't move. I can't move freely. By the way, can I? I have to move within my
bad.
speed.
10,
So Kovu
13.
has moved from the door about 10, 20, 30, about 35 feet. So from the door, move about 35 feet.
35 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Okay,
from here you can
from-
move
from the
35
door.
feet.
Okay, cool. So
5, 10, 15, 20,
Oh,
25,
5,
30,
10,
35. So
20,
you can get to here.
35. That's 35.
No, you can move diagonally. You can get to here.
Oh, okay.
One
I'm
up
not
from
gonna
that.
argue.
One up from that. There you go.
Oh, fucking, I'm looking on the computer and I've written it in pen. That's why I can't find it. 14 damage.
14 further damage, yeah. That's with it being halved.
Okay, cool.
Also, on my long rest, I could have changed some of my spells, but I haven't. So I'm going to do that if that's okay. Well, I can change as many as I like, but I'm going to drop Mirror Image and add Magic Missile. If that's cool with you.
Yeah, okay. Give me 2 secs. Okay. So as he gets to the bottom of these stairs, he starts chanting, and you see him. Perfect. He starts going above the ground and flies up in the air by about 10 feet and gets here.
Okay.
There you go. Do you all want to move
30 feet?
up to 30 feet? Yep.
Yup.
Is that 30 feet? Sorry.
He's not invisible anymore, is he?
Yeah.
No,
30
he's not
feet.
invisible.
Yeah,
and
30
he's
feet was the movement.
10 feet in the air.
Right there.
Well, having gotten to here, I'd like to magic missile him at a second level if I can.
That's right.
What's the range?
120 feet.
Yes, you're fine. Yes, you may.
Okay. And I believe it's 4 darts at second level. Let me just check.
Let's fight, big boy.
I've burnt all my spells shooting him whilst we run. When you cast a spell, the spell creates 1 more dart for each level above first. So it's 4d4 plus 4. 12 further damage.
Is that just... It's not one attack, though, isn't it? 3 separate attacks?
Four
or...
separate darts in one action. So they all fire off at the same time. They all hit him at the same time. He can't negate this damage. Well, he can't miss this damage in any fashion. They all hit simultaneously, and they can't be avoided. I can direct them to hit one creature or several. So I hit him with all 4.
Okay, so as you shoot, do you want to describe how they look?
Sure.
Like,
so
are they...
I kind of bring my hand. I hold my left hand up so that it's sort of ready to channel, and then I bring the right hand up so that it kind of flicks past it. And as it moves past, 3 purple orbs, very small, appear in a kind of arc alongside the left hand. The left hand is kind of controlling them a little bit. And as I finish the motion with my right hand, a 4th one appears, as though it took some time to kind of conjure that 4th one. And with all 4 of these purple orbs sort of in front of me, I push them forwards with both hands, and 4 darts fire out and swirling in a sort of helix pattern style way and slam into him in 4 different points on his chest sort of area.
As they come racing towards him and all sort of seem to do this, a magical shield erupts in front of him, and they all get absorbed into the shield as they come towards him.
Okay.
Right.
He used shield.
You can't use shield for magic missile.
Yeah, you can. It specifically says you take no damage from magic missile.
Really?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, cool. I thought they just always hit, but fine.
Pretty much anything bar magic missile, I think. Oh wait. Oh, that. Oh no, that. And now I'm looking at the description of a shield. The original one was the spell. Invisible Mario, magical force, spears,
Yeah, you're right.
On its turn, +5. Yeah.
Yeah, fair play.
So, Etin, are you...
I'm right here. Right
okay,
here.
you're there. Taryn, you're there. Okay, do you all want to roll initiative?
Sure.
Yes.
I've already burnt on my spells, but sure.
Yeah.
Finally caught up to this bastard.
9.
18.
16.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then, sorry, I'm just writing it down because the turn order irritates me. Etin, Taryn, Avelyn, and Kovu,
Yep.
who is looking quite tired.
Fine. I got first level
Many
spells.
rirings and many magicings. Okay, so as he seems to, so he's already 10 feet in the air. The ceilings for this place are like 80 feet tall, and then there's that sort of big gaping hole where You seem to have come down with that strange contraption when you first arrived. So he rises about 20. Well, he rises about another 5 feet in the air. So he's 15 feet in the air now, where he is. So just imagine he's up. I'm going to put 15 there, so I don't forget what I said. And he is going to. Okay, I think I know. I normally have a spell book, but I didn't have that luxury today. 100.
It sounds like some sort of weird version of 7.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard this before.
That's Kingdom Hearts.
Ah.
And he's going to move over here.
Ooh.
And aim for a 100-foot line going in this direction.
Yeah.
And cast Lightning Bolt. So you both make a dexterity saving throw.
Lightning bolt. Who makes it? Sorry.
Me and
Me.
Evelyn.
Kobe and Evelyn, sorry.
Ooh, that's bad.
What's it against? It's my spell save DC,
His
right?
spell save DC, yeah.
Yeah, so... Evelyn, you save. Kovu, you fail.
Mm-hmm.
And then I roll... Oh my god.
86.
Actual rolling. Okay.
Could kill me in one hit. Which is a point. I should probably put my health down. That's not how it works, apparently.
Uh... 26 total. So it'll be 13 Evelyn, 26 for Kovu.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Lightning damage.
Oh, lightning.
Oh no.
Oh no, what?
Hello?
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 Hello, can you hear us?
Yes.
You
Like,
said
I was like, oh no, it's
nope, you're
As
cutting off
in-
again. Change
No, you're
your
cutting off again.
sensitivity.
Is that oh no, I've just been hit, or oh no, something critical has happened?
oh no, it got rid of my health. Oh no.
Your health is
I
fine.
didn't know how much health I had.
I'm far more damaged than you are.
And that is his turn. He is maxed out. Etin, it is your turn.
All right. Okay, cool. I'd like to travel to Nya.
Yeah.
So it's 25 feet you've moved.
25 feet.
Move
Hang on,
diagonally downwards. Down and right.
So you move here.
Yes. Right here. Yes.
And you are within 30 feet of him.
Beautiful. Thank you. Let me just
What was the range on your
Uh,
thrown sword?
my range on my throwing sword. Hang on 1 second. Bear with me, please. Range for 30 feet. Wonderful. Perfect.
Nice.
All right, I'd like to throw my water sword, please, at this brother, please, from here. Oh, hang on, let me do my health. My health was 41. What are you laughing for?
41.
41 and 49. There we go. Cool. Yeah, I'd like to throw my sword, please. So that is a D20 plus 9. Come on.
Just for reference.
Hmm.
Bro, that motherfucker's old.
In terms
What
of it
did you
being
roll?
a straight line, he'd need to be more than 30 feet up for it to be out of his range.
Sorry, what?
A 22 to hit.
I got 22.
You got 22. It hits. Roll
Wonderful.
damage.
Fantastic. Right, roll damage. Here we go. Here we go.
Sorry, I'm trying to show you guys a picture of him, so that's what I was.
Of the guy.
Mhm.
9. Weak, to be honest, but yeah.
9 damage.
Yeah, 9 damage. It's not too bad. Average, I guess.
It's damage.
It is damage. I'd like to roll again, please, for an attack. Better jewel that shit, man. Oh.
Ooh.
There you go.
Oh, is that what he looks
Fancy
like?
looking.
Okay, yeah.
He has got a spider on the top of his staff, but other than that, it's pretty accurate. And he is flying, so again, quite accurate currently.
Oh, very cool.
Doesn't your sword come back to you, Etin?
It does. It comes
So you
back
can throw
to
the
me.
same sword.
Yeah, it comes back to me. Hang on, there's about that actually. Hang on.
Some God of War Leviathan shit.
It says it will return to its wielder's hand at the start of the next turn. Damn it!
Oh, so that's not
Provided
now.
they haven't moved. So does that mean I can't do a second attack?
Not with that one.
Not with that sword, yeah. How far
Okay,
can you
cool,
throw a
cool.
hand axe?
For a free
It's fine.
action, you could pull out a hand axe or...
I can just use my bow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Your hands are
Um,
free now as well. So you don't have
Yeah.
to sheath the weapon first.
No, so
Sweet,
it's a free
so-
action. You'd have to get them out.
Sweet. So let me just do that then, please.
Yes.
And that is, oh damn it, it's gonna be a flat damn 20. Come on, 10.
Misses.
Of
So it goes
course
shooting
does.
as he's in the air. He's in a stable position, but he is, given the nature that he's flying and in the middle of the air, he's not quite stable. And you sort of see him moving. You pull back, you aim, you let go, and it misses him by about half a foot of his shoulder.
God damn it.
You have caught his attention though.
Yeah, look at me, baby. All right.
Okay, is that the end of your turn?
Oh.
Taran, it's you next.
Yes, that's my turn.
Okie dokes. Taran, you're up.
I will have a little didgeridoo. And then I'm going to cast Mel's Minute.
So I create 6 tiny meteors that float around
Ah,
for the next 10 minutes.
something
You
for the
hit
next
another.
10 minutes.
I cast the spell Mel's Minute Meteors so that 6 meteors orbit around me for the
Okay.
next 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. But there's a bonus action on the rest of my turns, but for this point where I cast it, I'm going to choose a point within 120 feet of me, specifically
Mhm.
the big floaty man, and send. I believe I can only send 2 at a time. Yeah, 1 or 2 of the meteors. So 2 of those, I'm going to shoot towards the big floaty man. And
Deck save.
he's.
Is it classed as one, like, hit?
Each creature within 5 feet of the point where the meteor explodes
Think
must make a
so.
deck save. It's a deck save per thing.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Okay. 16?
What's your spell
What's
save
the
DC?
Oh, yeah. Fuck. Forgot that I needed that. It is 16. So just.
What's the second save?
Yeah.
12.
That one fails.
So 2d6 halved and 2d6 flat.
Okay, yeah.
Not bad damage for oh, it's a 3rd level spell. Well,
So that's
when
the
you think
first
that
one,
it's 2d.
halved down to
Yeah, because he's
different
got
thing.
6 of them.
So
the second
5
one is
plus 8, 13 damage.
And it's fire damage.
Thank you. Okay. So they go shooting one after the other, quite close after the other. One seems to hit him in his right shoulder and makes him spin. The other one hits him in his leg, and he seems to reflexively crunch over as he clutches in pain and is singed in both spaces.
And they like explode when they hit him.
Yep. Is there any kind of knockback effect, or is it more?
No, but it's just
Cool.
what they do.
Yep. So he takes the damage. And if Avalyn, it's you next. Is that the rest of your
Yeah.
turn, Taryn?
Mm-hmm.
You're done.
I'm good.
Cool. Avalyn, it's you. You're up.
I go forward and I do lay on hand
Ah, thanks, Evelyn.
and
Mhm.
heal him. 50 health.
How many health?
Armor. 15.
Damn. Okay. Thank you very much. I throw you a look of happiness.
It does not say bonus.
Let's lay of hands. Have you changed your sensitivity since last time?
No. What?
You need to make it so that you come through more. You can touch a creature and draw power from the pool to restore a number of hit points to that creature up to the maximum. Oh, it doesn't say. Oh, as an action. It's an action.
As an act. Okay, it's my act.
Do you still want to do it?
Yeah. I'll still do it.
Ah, thanks.
I just don't know what I'll do. I'll use a bit more move.
Kovu gets enlightened by the meta and is like, "Don't use
Not
this
like
for
that.
action, God."
do.
Sick.
You're still not coming through as good as you could, Lucy.
Is this a bit better?
Yeah.
I've changed it now.
You didn't cut off at the end or the start, so that's good.
So that's good. This is good. Fine.
Yeah. Seems good.
Josh, is for potions and stuff, is it bonus to drink one?
Bonus to
action
drink your own,
force
action
feed?
to force feed.
Cool.
What did we say? It was also a reaction to drop. No, a reaction to give one and a free action to drop one was our ruling.
Yep, that makes sense. Kovici.
That's Avalyn's whole turn?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will.
I don't have a lot of bonus moves though.
That's fine. I'm gonna magic missile him again. At the very least, I'll burn his first level slots. So I will magic missile him. First level. 3d4 plus 3. 13 damage. Not bad on the roll.
He uses shield.
That's fine.
I was just about to say it, but then you said it. Sorry.
No, it's cool. He doesn't have infinite first level slots, so at least I'm getting through them.
It's not.
5, 10, 15, 20. I'll then move this far away. 25, 5, 10. Well, hang on. 25, 10, 15. If I was there, would I be able to see him? Yes. Okay, I will move to where I am. I'm just trying to get out of range of fire from him, having used magic missile. So yeah, I'll fire off that magic missile and then move around this corner. That's my turn.
Okie dokes. Yep, and it's back to me. So he will move.
How high up is he?
15 feet. He's
okay.
going to move to here. It was here.
Oh, and he's gonna do it again.
And he is going to shoot a lightning bolt.
Oh no.
That ain't good.
Why did we line up?
It's
Why are we
painful.
like this?
So he flies across, and as he's flying across this big area, he's doing this kind of hand gesture as he circulates and grows, and seems to be growing this big ball of energy. You can see it electrifying out of his hands, and it's lighting up his face as he gets there, and he turns around and he looks at you, and he throws this ball, and it turns into this big long stroke of
Here is
lightning.
my question.
Mhm.
He is several feet up in the air.
Mhm.
How wide is the lightning bolt? If it
5
hit
feet
all of
and
us?
100 feet.
100 feet.
It goes 100 feet long and it's a 5 feet wide. So by the time it's angled down to you guys, it will
That's a
hit
fucking-
Essen.
I'm
That's a
guessing. I'm
blade.
guessing. I'm
Fucking
guessing
hell.
it's like a beam.
Yeah, it's like a
Beam.
5 foot wide beam for 100 feet straight.
Ugh.
But I'll be angling it down. So
Oh,
over
beam?
here, it will end up at the floor. 86.
Fuck.
Bear with me. Hmm. So he shoots, and do you all want to roll a dexterity saving throw?
Not really.
I'm
19.
liking those sounds. though.
Alright, that's it. Dexterity saving throw, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My dragon's element's lightning. I have an immunity to lightning.
I
Right?
know my dexterity. Oh, well, what was the point of me even looking at my character sheet?
Dex save, flat
Dex saving
20
throw.
for
There you
you.
go. It's just 20. So that's 7.
Fail. Avelyn and
Whoa,
Taran, are
what
yours
do you
19 and
know?
16?
Yeah.
So you both save. Etten, you take the full damage. The damage is 24.
Guys, but
So Etten, you take 24. Taran, you take 12. Avelyn, you take 12.
24.
Lightning damage. Yep.
Oh my god.
How
what
much?
is this?
How much do I take?
12.
12. Etten takes
Oh
24.
my god.
Oh my lord.
Oh my lord. Oh.
Who is that? Is that
That's me.
you? Like, oh my lord.
Oh, heavens.
He takes a deep breath and 1 sec. He takes out of his back pocket what seems to be a small red potion.
Motherfucker.
He drinks it, hurls it back, and grins at you all manically and says, "You will not stop me."
Let's stop him.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like,
let's
what?
stop that.
Up until this point, no one's ever said that. And won. You know?
And then it is Etten, it's your turn. And after Etten, it's you, Taran.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Not playing around now. Now that my man is right in front to
Well,
his face.
He's 15 feet up. Can you reach him at 6 feet? You're 11 feet. No, wait. Yeah, you're 11 feet at a 5 foot reach. You're going to have to jump.
Yeah, he's
Jump
15
and
feet.
slash at his toes.
Shit.
You
Cut
can
his
Well,
jump.
you have to be within 5 feet, so you're not.
But he can jump. It's just probably going to involve some sort of dex thing.
Yeah.
Can I not jump and grab him and drag him down to the ground?
Oh, fuck.
Nice.
Yeah, you can try 15 feet. And how tall are you? So you're going to have to
I'm
jump.
6.
So
I'm 6
15
feet.
feet in the air. That's not possible.
No, he's not. He's 6 feet tall.
Okay, so 6 feet. So he's going to have to jump 9 feet. That's a man and a half.
Here's the
from
thing,
a
though,
standing
right?
Jump.
D&D characters don't work like human people. How high can my 5e character jump upwards?
Because I can jump
Yeah,
about
it
a foot.
says like 2.
I can jump way more than a foot, especially with a
Oh,
running
yeah.
start. How
could
high
probably-
is a high jump?
But I
No,
could.
that's not the question.
3 plus
I-
strength.
Okay. So what's your strength?
If you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump, which he has.
Yeah.
So
that's fine.
he needs to make a total of 6.
What's 3 plus strength?
What's your strength?
my-
It's 4, right?
my
7?
strength
What's
is
6
4.
plus 7? 13.
And you're 6, so you get to 13. And
So-
then, well, with your weapon,
So you can hit him with your weapon because he's within 5 feet, but you can't
I-
grab him.
Can I not like hook my axe on his foot and drag him down?
Well, that's up to Sevi.
I mean, you could try, but it would be at a disadvantage, and it would be, I don't know what kind of roll it would be.
It's alright. I've got a extra attack. I could do it again.
Also, each foot you clear as part of that jump costs a foot of movement. So you've just wasted 6 feet of movement jumping. Not wasted, but
And
used.
10 feet running. So
And
that's-
10 feet
you've
running.
used-
So you're at 16 feet, which means you don't have
can't do it
enough
yet.
movement to try and running jump again, which is what you need to do. If you just want a high jump from your current position, then you move half that height, which would be 3 plus strength, which is 4, 7, half down to 3, so you can get 9 feet, which means you are 1 feet away from hitting him. So you can't hit him on an extra attack with your axe.
If you try and grab him.
No, regardless, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't hit him
Go-
with your extra attack.
What? Oh man, math.
But wait, your sword gives you reach.
Yeah, you
What?
get 10 foot reach. You get 10 foot reach on your sword or something, don't you?
Your sword
Yes,
gives you
I
10-foot
do.
reach.
I do, yeah. Well done.
Do you have to activate it in some fashion, or
No,
is
I
it just
don't.
a standard
I don't.
thing?
There's definitely an activated thing of that sword to get the reach. I only saw it momentarily, but
It doesn't say. It just
It's at the
says,
bottom.
Oh.
Sevi, can you share the sword again?
But first discovered at the bottom of the mystical lake, each swing of this versatile sword shows water
As a
through
bonus
the air.
action, you
Yeah.
can cause the blade to liquefy into water and extend in length for 4 rounds. It gains the following properties, and then it gets 10 foot range. So
Yeah.
you'd have to use your bonus to extend it.
Which he hasn't used yet. He totally could.
Mhm. And you could, yeah, you could. Oh, so have you already thrown it? Oh, so you got it back at the beginning of your
haven't,
turn. So
He
Yeah,
got
I
it back
did.
at the start of his turn. He can free action
gives you-
stow
you can
his
throw it
bow.
50
Yeah, can I not throw it up? I can
You could
just-
throw it
Yeah,
as
you've got
well.
30 feet.
But why throw it? You can reach if you activate it, and then you can use strength instead of dex.
Yep.
Okay. All right, let's do it then.
So
what
you
do you
should
wanna do?
probably count this as round 4, because it only lasts for 4 rounds, giving you reach and everything else.
Yeah.
Right. What do you mean this is round 4?
So it's
first.
activated for 4 rounds. So this is
Yeah.
round
Well,
1 of 4 or round 4 of 4. If you're counting down or up, it's up to you.
No, but I would imagine that this would be the first round of me activating it.
This is
Yeah,
the
so
first
next-
round, but it counts as the first round, which
Okay,
means at
cool,
the end of
cool.
your turn, you have 3 rounds left.
All right, fine. Let's do that then. Come on.
Okay,
Let's,
so what do you want to do?
let's activate my sword.
You're running and jumping. You're activating your sword as your
Activating
bonus,
my
and you're
sword.
swinging with it to hit him.
I'm swinging with it to try and claw this motherfucker down.
Okay, so roll
To
attack
hit. Yeah.
To hit, yeah.
And then even without jumping, you can hit him with your extra attack. Oh, that's harsh.
You miss.
I'm going for an extra attack.
You
Hang
are
on.
so you're confused. The blade suddenly gets a lot lighter because it is liquefied, and you are so not expecting it
After
that it
all
that
of that,
you're
after all of
that
that build-up.
you end up doing this a bit more, and you completely misdirect because you're expecting a certain weight and angling it, and as it liquefies and turns into a strange water sword, it kind of throws you off, and you end up missing, and you land back on the floor.
Okay. I do
And
it
you
again.
you can't. How high can you jump, Josh?
How high can he jump?
7.
3 plus
so
strength. 7
yeah,
feet.
7.
7 feet plus your 6.
But it doesn't matter. He's 6 feet tall and he's got a 10-foot range. The guy's
Yes,
15
that's true.
feet up.
Yeah,
so
yeah, that's fine. Okay, so go on, do it again.
14.
Stop rolling shit.
You swing, and he's given the fact that you've come launching and running at him and jumped at him. He pulls his knees up into a tuck motion and just ever so slightly misses your sword, but it's really close.
Fuck's sake.
God damn it.
Taryn, it will be you next. Anything else on your turn?
No, well, I guess I can move back, actually, or I can move. Because...
You've got about, 14
I've
feet
got-
left of movement?
Yeah, that's okay.
You can 3 boxes. It's fine.
I'm gonna move
Yeah.
over here. I'm gonna move over here.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I was thinking if he gets an attack of opportunity, but you're not within
No,
5
he's
feet, so
15
that's
feet
fine.
up.
Okay, if that's the rest of your turn, then it's Taryn.
Sick. I wanna.
And after Taryn, it's you, Evelyn.
Does the lift move in any way? When
No.
I reach it. Okay, cool. 35, 30. And when I'm here, I want to use 2 of my things and shoot them at him. So it's 2. Was it deck saves? Can you guys hear me at all?
Yeah, we can hear you. Why is he making? Who's making deck saves and why?
The dude, I'm shooting meteors at him.
Ah, yes.
Okay, so how many deck saves am I doing? 2?
2.
Yes, I was wondering why everyone's just staying quiet while
Sorry.
I'm saying
Nat
shit.
20. And 11.
So pass and fail.
Yeah.
Same as before. Halved and full. 2d6 each time.
Smack.
2,
2. And
5, 7 damage. If you consider how much damage this spell's done overall, though, it's pretty damn powerful. I appreciate
Yeah,
it's a
it's
3rd level
powerful.
spell, but nonetheless.
Okay, anything else your turn?
No. That's it.
Okay, so same as before, they shoot, they target. One of them seems to go for exactly the same position on the leg and digs into the burn that he already had, and the other one just scrapes by his arm. Still inflicting damage, but
Actually, quick
you
question.
haven't knocked him out of the sky or anything.
Can I throw a thing as a bonus action?
What thing?
Don't know.
I think you should know which thing. I have a net.
Oh, I think the net dictates what throwing it is, doesn't it?
I don't think you'd be able to get the leverage on it. He's 15 feet high and, like,
I don't know.
he's 5, 10, 15, 20 feet, and then 20 feet forward and 15 up. So he's like 35, 40 feet away from you
No,
at an
that's
angle.
not throwing. A throwing is a singular line. He's just throwing like that. It's still 20 feet away.
Okay, but regardless.
It's an
no.
action, still.
That's all I wanted to know. That's it. That's my turn.
Good thought, though. If that's the end of your turn, it'll be Evelyn next, and then after Evelyn, it's you, Kobe.
Okay.
So drinking a potion is an action, yes?
Bonus.
Bonus. Okay,
Yeah.
so
So
Giving it
bonus
to someone
action
else
to drink
is-
yourself
or an
a
action.
potion. Fucking white line.
Could I
bullshit.
drink 1 or 2?
No, you can drink one as a
One.
bonus. You could drink a secondary one as an action if you want to spend your
Yeah.
whole turn drinking, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll drink 1 for my bonus straight off. Okay, that's 8 HP that I will take. 9. Oh my god, I don't know what to do. Yeah, I'm gonna spend my action drinking because I'm in a very bad place.
Just emotionally.
Very emotional. Oh, okay. Okay, that's a bit better. And then, because we keep standing in lines, I'm gonna.
Oric has left us.
Yes, he has. And I will move here. And that is my whole turn. That's my action, my bonus, and my move.
Good dokes.
I think it's me.
It is you.
Okay,
As long as Evelyn's done.
Evelyn.
Yes, she is.
Okay, I will go 5, 10, 120. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna magic missile him again. Still at first level. Let's burn those first levels, people.
Yeah, he's gonna use shield.
Okay. How many first levels does he
I
have?
got no first levels, man.
I mean, if I'm honest, he's only got 1 left, so.
Oh.
I'm gonna go back around my corner and that's it.
If it helps, you proper screwed him over before all the middle bit, so.
Changed everything, Sevi.
And that is my turn. He looks visibly exhausted. And he says, I will get out of here. And then he moves to here. And he casts lightning bolt.
Oh,
I
I hate this man.
Okay, right. Bear with me.
So many lightning bolts. How many? He's done it 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
How many third levels does he have? This has got to be it.
I mean, he's out of third levels.
Maybe he has scrolls.
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
This guy is fucking high CR, whatever he is.
Mhm. Turns out he's got 70 scrolls of lightning bolt.
Okay. Do you guys want to roll dex?
All of
Next
us?
thing.
Really, but
Oh, no.
Taryn and Avlin.
Okay.
14.
No.
Probably just fucked it.
You save, and Avlin, you fail.
Fuck for that.
Oh, no.
The damage is 29.
I
Jesus
wasted
Christ.
my potions.
So you take
Are you down? Because if you're not
Yes.
down, oh, then yes, you wasted
Avlin,
your
you take
potions.
29 damage and a 28,
I had 1
so
HP.
14
Oh,
health.
damn.
You take, you lose Taryn, and he huge bolt of energy, and like he almost shrinks within himself after he's cast his spell. Like he's panting, he looks tired, and he floats down by about 3-4 feet as he's really struggling to maintain his concentration, for
Okay.
lack of a better word.
Taryn's still standing.
Taryn is still standing.
Good. Who's up?
And that is Etten's turn.
Okay.
Ooh.
These rocks that are here, is he still in the sky?
Yeah, but only 10 feet up, and you've got reach.
Okay, fuck it then.
These
I'm
things
gonna-
are statues as well.
Oh,
They're not just rocks.
Yeah, they're pretty big. They're bigger than you.
okay. Okay. I'm trying to get
Many bigger than
experimental,
you.
guys.
I know, I like
Okay.
it. I just
Alright,
want you to succeed.
No, I like it. Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm just gonna move to this motherfucker and do what I did before, which is jump and attack this guy, please.
You don't
with
need to
my
jump.
sword.
Yeah, you don't need to jump.
Oh, I can just attack him
Roll to
then.
attack.
I can just reach him then.
Yeah,
Okay,
Mhm.
thank you.
because of the reach
Come
of your
on.
weapon. Nice.
Let
Nice,
me
your
fucking hit
attack.
this guy. Thank you. Please.
Oh, go on in. Damage.
Damage.
He
is
can shield
six.
on melee attacks as well, Sevi. You don't have to just burn my slots.
But that's more fun.
13.
I mean, I was going to anyway. But
13. 13.
whatever. Yeah, no, he shields against
Cool.
that. Sorry.
You
Well,
what?
shield only increases his AC
What?
by 5.
Wait. You said I hit him.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're
25.
right. But he shields
So-
against it. You still hit.
So 13 is not a damage. I don't hit with
Sorry,
13
No,
damage.
you
try
do.
to shield against it. You still hit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is the
Right.
correct terminology.
Okay, cool. I want to go for a secondary attack, please.
It's difficult when you're the DM using shield because you're supposed to determine whether or not you use shield before you know whether or not it hits.
Yeah, I am writing it down on paper, but it means that you guys are then carrying on speaking before I'm having a chance
Yeah,
to say
totally.
it. Like, so I'm marking spells off to make sure I don't overuse, but then you're already saying it. So just trust me, I'm not cheating.
No, I was saying more like I think you're doing yourself a disservice, but you know, as long as you're happy with it.
Yeah, no, it's fine. So he takes the what was it? Sorry, how much damage?
That
13.
was
13.
13 damage. And I rolled
13
again
damage.
to hit
And
again.
then as you hit him, he falls and lands on the floor.
Oh yes,
Dead?
solid.
No, he's up,
Oh,
but he is on the
Alright.
floor, exhausted.
I'm gonna stab him like
And
crazy while he's on the floor. I'm rolling to hit 21. Come on. 21.
You hit.
All right, sweet. So I'm hitting damage 12, and I want to
That's good
do an
damage.
action. I want to do an action surge.
Oh, here we go.
Which basically, I push myself to my beyond my limit, and I get to have an additional action on top of my regular actions.
for attack.
Pretty sure it's
survival
action and
limits.
bonus, isn't it?
and bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
so you
and-
can-
So roll it.
Motherfucker! I'm gonna fuck this guy up, man.
And because you're attacking with your action, you get another attack, I think.
Hurrah!
I think so. Do the damage.
Oh no, that's wrong.
Nope.
Ignore
Well,
that.
No,
that's
not
fine.
your damage. You cheat.
It doesn't matter, that's your second attack.
Okay, yeah, sure. But do your damage for your first one first.
Alright, that's my damage. 7,
Damage on the second. Nice.
14.
Okay. How do you do this exactly?
Mate, I just hold him down. I grab him and I put all my weight on top of him and I stab them. I just stab him like
Okay, so
constantly.
you
like...
stab him like 2 or 3 times in the chest, and he looks down at his chest and he looks up at you, and you see his face drain from a dark grey to a very pale grey as he looks in horror. You pull
Pale
out
gay.
your sword and he takes 3 or 4 steps back, looking at you and putting his hand to his chest, gasping. Sorry.
Oh.
As you have done the
Gasping. Was that the final
killing
blow?
blow.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Hey!
Hey.
He turns, he reaches to his pocket and he pulls out the scroll and tries to open it. And as he does, what seems to be a small gem or stone seems to fall out of the scroll and falls onto the floor. And he looks at the scroll and he drops the scroll. And as he collapses, he stretches his hand out and he reaches for the stone that fell on the floor. And as he touches it, he closes his eyes and with his last breath says, "I want to go home." And him and the stone disappear, leaving the scroll on the floor.
Hmm.
Okay.
Ah.
Can
I
I,
will-
if I come up to here,
Etin and Taryn, can you roll perception for me?
can I roll perception having come up to the top of the stairs?
Yeah.
I'm looking to just generally see what
6.
happened. Wait, perception might be 4.
Wait. Do you
Oh,
say
shit.
perception?
Yeah, perception.
Perception.
Somebody was going to do it. 20.
Nobody had done it this whole time. Like,
What do you
Oh,
mean? You
it's
guys
happened
totally.
lots of
I
times.
totally did it like ages
Yeah,
ago.
people have done it.
And no one said anything. So I was like,
I
okay.
didn't tear at them.
Clearly,
I'm so
you
sorry.
guys
20,
don't wanna be
Sevi.
involved.
Cool.
13, Sevi.
Etin, you are completely bewildered by what's just happened. You're not too sure. You're very aware that the scroll is left behind, which you're quite relieved by. You are certain, with no shadow of a doubt, that you killed him. There is no doubt in your mind. You have killed many people. You have wounded many people. You've seen people come back from the brink of death, and you've seen people not. And you are certain that that he took his dying breath there, despite whatever happened. Kovu, you felt an immense instant wave of power. Like it was like a flash of unbelievable magic energy that you've never felt anything like before that disappeared. And you are pretty certain from what you saw that the same as Etin, you're certain that he died in that moment. Despite
Can I see
what
Evelyn?
happened. Yes, you can see Evelyn.
Can I
She's
rush
on the
over and
floor,
stabilize
very bloody.
Evelyn?
Yes, you may. You can take your aura off you too, because it makes you look weird.
Lantern's still on, so...
Okay, fine.
yeah, so
I
I'm
wanted
going to
just
stabilize
walk
Evelyn.
over. I wanted to just walk over to the scroll,
Oh,
sort of cross-legged, just sort of hop down to the floor and
perhaps
pick it up to look around the outside of it.
Taryn and Evelyn, roll a history check for me.
But first, I'm just going to be like, perhaps I am not feeling my age as much as I should be during combat.
No, it's perfectly okay. He was quite a formidable opponent. You've done very well. I was quite impressed.
Did he go down? Is everyone all right?
I'm almost certain that Etten killed him, but he seems to have somehow teleported out of this place. I'm not too sure what's happened exactly, but I believe we have bested him nonetheless.
Well, as long as everyone is safe. I just want to.
Second
You
part.
really think we were gonna go down that easily? Come on.
I grab the box and I open it.
Yeah. They kicked it in, and then they were both like, "We go and meet Cobra," and I was like, "Okay then."
straight to business. Taran is
You
straight to
got
business.
distracted.
I know. And I was like, I don't want to say anything because
I was very confused.
With
'cause,
Avalyn,
like, I
with
was
Avalyn
waiting,
up,
like,
I want to read the scroll.
Okay, so you go over, you read the skull. It takes you a minute because it's in a
I was
magical
holding the
text,
scroll, so I
essentially.
imagine I pass it.
You find in the
That's fine.
box.
I'll wait.
You find this.
Ah,
I grabbed him.
like that.
I grabbed him.
I slap his hand.
I move my hands the fuck away.
Okay.
I put these gloves straight the fuck on because they're so cool. And I'm like, the fuck do these do? And want to sort of investigate them further.
Cool. You also find this.
I swear flammable has 2 M's. Ooh.
Yeah, probably.
I
Yes,
could
very
do
much.
with that if possible.
Wait, was this in the box?
Yeah, it's also in the box. But you're all
Ah.
together now looking at things, and you've got the gloves on. So I imagine you've probably. I don't know if you've put the box on the floor or passed it to someone, but you're putting gloves on, so you're not holding the box. What have you done with it?
Mhm.
That's
I will have
I
put them on
recognise
and then picked up the thing.
such an item, Taran. If you wouldn't mind, I would like to investigate that further, if that's okay.
I'm spinning it around a couple of seconds, just like just a sec, just having a look at the runes and stuff that are on it. That's fucking cool.
Do you then give
And
it
I'm
to
just I sort of do that kind of like tentative like look up behind me sort of at him and hand it just like, what is it?
I believe I can use it to contain some of my magic and perhaps unleash it at a later time. It would be quite useful for me, especially since I burned through my arcane abilities so quickly.
Is this also in here?
And then you find one last thing, at the bottom.
Okay. Mm.
Well, this appears to be useful for anyone, if I'm recognizing it correctly.
What's this one then?
Does the Ring of Spell Storing require attunement?
Yeah, it
Yes, it does.
Okay. And you're happy to give it to me?
Yeah.
Do you think I could have the second ring, as I am usually at the front of our battles?
Yeah, it doesn't look that good on me anyway, and I sort of hand it to her because I imagine because I'm still cross-legged on the floor and looking like above and behind me, like turning my head upside down, just handing things to them.
Mhm.
But
Sounds
yeah,
good to me. So Covey, you
Yes.
investigate said scroll. In the scroll, you find what seems to be, and I swear I put this somewhere, but I can't find it, so I'm just gonna. You find a spell.
Mm.
And on the spell, the spell is whatever. What it basically describes is how someone could, in instant time, be able to conjure a portal that links you to a different place within range or a different plane of existence altogether. You can make it large enough to step through or for a group to step through, from what you can gather. You're able to travel, obviously, through the portal and back out. And it seems to be the only way that this portal can be stopped is through deities.
So it's a portal to anywhere we like.
Yep. So it's called Gate.
Oh, okay.
But given your roll history for me.
One moment as I scroll back up. I think I'm good at history. Yep.
Roll it with advantage because you're the one that's been paying attention.
Hang on a
And
minute.
25.
So you think back to your past about well, not your past. You think back to the past of since your time in Stelvin and your conversations with various people, the guard, and Mercer specifically, and you remember that the reason they said the only information you really received about the scroll from anyone was that it contained a great power that they didn't think the world was ready for. And through your years, obviously, you've learned about the history of Bela'Dun in general, and given what happened in the past with, oh god, I'm really sorry, I can't remember his name. It's too late. And the fact that he opened portals and let the demons in
Malak
and
Jekt,
caused...
but that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened a long time ago.
Yeah, this is 15 years before current day, so
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
10 years ago. But obviously, given through that and the outlawing of teleportation and all sorts, the idea that there is a spell written on a scroll somewhere that could potentially give anyone the power to create a gate and a portal into another world, you finally understand and comprehend the level of security that was around it and why it's been locked away for so long, given the history of this continent and how much damage something like this could do in the wrong hands. You feel a slight disappointment in that the guy who was trying to steal the scroll has disappeared, but you also know that his life has ended and you've managed to keep the scroll safe. So you feel like you've done a job well done.
Okay. I'm not sure about the rest of you, but I understand this scroll and its inner workings to quite some degree. I have some intention here, if you would allow me. Does anybody object?
No, not at all.
I don't say anything, I just sort of look in a quizzical manner.
Etin?
I'm like, well, you know I don't understand any of that hocus pocus stuff. So go ahead.
I put the scroll on the ground and I cast Ice Knife at it, turning it to lightning so that it will burn it up.
What? What?
I jump up quite quickly in a sort of like offended manner.
The
Just
knowledge.
like, the fuck?
The knowledge. What the
burns.
hell?
Does it go through successfully, Sevi?
It does.
Okay, so as the scroll
No.
burns up and I see the reactions of everyone around me, I just say to them, my friends, I've lived many years, and though I've spent most of them simply traveling the wilds, I'm not adverse to the inner workings of this world. I'm familiar with the acts of a certain tiefling that has brought chaos to this realm, and I consider it one that I would call my home. The powers of this scroll are, as the people of Stalvin suggested, far too great to be wrought upon this city and upon this continent. We were lucky here today. We stopped this fellow, and I hope, and from what I understand, Etin has ended his life, but I suspect that he will not be the last. Already there are far too many people that know of this sanctum and the power that this scroll holds, or that it held. I'm afraid the only course of action here was to destroy it.
No, that wasn't the only course of action.
Lest it
If
fall
it's
into the
lost
hands
the
of those who would
And as you
use it
guys
against
speak,
us.
a bright light emits from behind you, from over here, like a blinding bright light, to the point where you all turn around to look to see. You don't want to look at the light, but you obviously want to see where this insane focus has come from.
I appreciate that this might not be the actions of all of you, so I can only ask for your Oh, what the fuck?
And you see this bright scorching light. The only thing you can compare it to is like when you look at directly at the sun on a summer hot day, but it doesn't feel hot. It feels like a sense. It's like everything's gone quiet, but in a nice way. Oh, pardon me. And it's not a bright white yellow. It's like a pure white. Like it's like the absence of color rather than looking at the sun, which is a bright color light. And as you do, you see this very translucent figure appear in front of you, high above this statue. and you can't see her facial features. You can't really see what she's wearing. All you can see is a flowing dress and long white hair. As she floats in front of you and looks upon you all, you can't look directly at her, but you sort of look through your fingers and you think you can almost see something. And you don't hear anything out loud, but it's almost like you all know that you can all hear it, but you know it's not out loud, it's all in your head. And you hear a quiet but powerful message all go through your mind of, you have done the right thing here today. The world is not ready for this. You have saved us all.
What the hell, man?
And in a blip, everything disappears, and a white flower falls from the middle of the room and lands in front of the statue of Varela on the floor here.
I'm like sort of stood there a bit like befuddled, and then after a moment of just sort of looking up at where the light was and then back at Kovu and everything, I'm just like, and then I
As
start
you all
mumbling.
look around each other in bewilderment, you all think, you're not certain, but you're pretty sure you all hear this faint whisper in your head that says, you will be blessed, and nothing else.
I'm not particularly a man of the gods, but I know that they occasionally impart their boons, and I look at the stone of Lianos that floats around me. Perhaps we should depart this place. It seems that we've outstayed our welcome.
I want to like get on my knees, and I'm like trying to get these pieces of burnt like paper, and I'm trying to get them all together and see just how bad.
As you're picking them up, they're turning to ash.
Just completely.
It's like, have you ever seen a cigarette that burns out in the ashtray and is in like that perfect pillar of ash? And then if you were to ever touch it, it just goes and it's all just nothing. It's that kind. So you're seeing a piece of paper and you're picking it up and it's just sort of crumbling, and you're left with like this tiny piece, and you very quickly realize that there's nothing left.
Yeah.
But you all feel this overwhelming sense of peace. Like it's like you've not been able to breathe properly without knowing it, and now you can breathe, and you just feel this slight like burden gone, which you never thought was there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just sort of walk to the middle of the elevator and plonk myself down cross-legged and just mumble to myself.
I think that perhaps we should reconvene with this Zuko fellow and perhaps relay the events here with Mercer and return to Viorum having done so.
Yeah.
I want to go over to the statue and where the flower fell. Did anyone pick it up?
No one picked it up. It's still there.
I'd like to walk forward and pick it up and kind of say a prayer.
It's like a white lotus flower that's on the floor.
Yeah, I pick it up and I hold it to my chest and I like say a prayer. Not that anyone can hear, like kind of to myself.
Yeah.
I kind of wish with it that I could find my husband again, and then I turn around.
You hear as you walk away, you hear a faint whisper, almost through behind your right ear, which sounds like, if you hadn't have paid attention, it would have sounded like the wind, but you almost hear, "You will," and it just disappears. And you all step back onto the platform. Once you reach the platform and all convene, after waiting about 10-15 seconds, the platform slowly starts to rise. And you go back up to the library.
Back to the surface.
Whoop, whoop.
You go back up, you reach the lights, you find your spiral staircase, you exit, you leave. You make your way past your librarian, who's dutifully standing there nodding at you, looking a little confused, like she recognizes you all for sure, but she can't quite remember what happened. And directs you to the exit in case you're unsure. You head back out, you go to the guard, you are quite quiet the whole way journey, silently thinking about the stuff that's happened and very much feeling the aches settling into your bones and your muscles. You realize how long you've been fighting, how tense you've been, how long you've been out.
Because I'm still on my very mumbly thing, though, I pipe up in the middle of it, just like... These guys must have been idiots. If they sealed away something so powerful, why didn't they just destroy it? Your crappy little spell destroyed in an instant.
Yeah.
And then they just show up again.
It's true.
Most people without the will to do so covet power rather than relinquish it.
As you're walking back, Taryn, you remember that you picked up 3 books from your library before you went down. You never got a chance to look at
I
them.
fucking didn't I?
Your 3 books. You haven't got a chance to read them. It's a walk back. You want to sit down, fully digest this with a good sandwich and by the fire and have a good sleep. But you have 3 books. The first is The History of Stalvin's Temples. The second is Cooking with Gaia, Volume 1. And the third is Lunari's
Cooking
Legends.
with Gaia.
Lunari's
Right,
what?
I'm gonna need to write.
Lunari's Legends.
Okay.
Which seems to be more of a collection of poems and bard songs that have been made over the year about the infamous god. Kovu, you also took a book, which was Blank.
I've got 2 books.
Oh, have you got 2 books?
I've got
I have a book.
Lightning Veil book and Unknown Title book.
Yes, so Lightning Veil. So I can't tell you the information on the inside. There are things you'd have to go and read in the future and figure out what they are. But the blank cover, you have a flick through, given that it doesn't have a title, and you notice that it seems to have an unusual language that you've not seen before. But from what you can gather in the way that it's written, the diagrams that it has, it seems to be a book on ritual spells that you've not seen before, and they seem to cover a wide range of different schools of magic. You're very intrigued. You feel like this is something you could spend many years or many hours. Gaia.
Who? What?
Gaia.
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 Oh, okay.
Gaia, god of nature.
Sick. Glad she likes cooking.
It's like vegan 101 from
Yeah.
old times. So to wrap things up, you basically go back.
Isn't that him
You
cooking with their own
Gaia,
people?
Volume 1.
I'm just
I mean, that she's a god, and I don't think she cares too much if you use plants as like a ingredient. It's more just like she governs the balance of nature. Like she's not just against anything that affects nature.
No, not at all. I think it was meant to be. I think it's obviously clearly meant to be a jovial cookbook that's talking about how you can cook with natural ingredients and use plants
It's
and
like,
herbs to enhance the flavors of your
like,
meats and things.
okay. It's like cooking with Snoop Dogg, I think. He's got his own cookbook, doesn't he?
So you head back. You end up talking to Mercer. You explain what's happened. Kovu, how do you explain what happened with the scroll? Do you tell him what happened?
Yeah, I basically say to him that we've come across it, that we fought a great power to acquire it, and it almost slipped through our fingers. That it was only through our adept skill that we were able to attain it at all, and that rather than return it to any singular figure that could result in the risk of this powerful magic being used to damage the world in some fashion, we destroyed it. And we don't care if he's against that.
He looks at you all. He made sure the room was empty before you came back. He asks you all to make a promise to not reveal that to anyone. But he fully understands your reasoning, and he himself would have done the same. However, if anyone from the guard was to ask him, however, they shouldn't ask you guys or him, then he will say that it got destroyed in the fight, and say nothing more for it. And he dead ends that conversation very much on the I don't expect you to respond, but I expect you to uphold this. You end up telling him the things you found. He says that you're more than welcome to keep anything you found down there. He's not interested. He just wanted Stelvin to be safe, and it seems like you've done that. He's very intrigued and worried about this man that was obviously trying to take it. You guys describe this man, and he explains to you that his name was... Oh, God, my brain is going.
Gareth.
No, his name was Ansem Morgenstern, and he, from what we've described, was the librarian that was murdered. And while you were downstairs, they discovered that his body had gone missing.
Oh
where
my
it had been
lord.
stored. So it seems he had been fooling a number of them for many months while he had been here.
I think his
Um,
true name was Snoop Dogg.
Actually, it was Anson Morgenstern, but there you go.
Who is Snoop?
He thanks you for your hard work. He says he'll send on accommodations to Viorum. He asks Kovu to keep the diary specifically that you found that talks about specific magics and how to incorporate them into specific objects that you found in the study. And he says that, and he thumbs through the diary. You guys have sort of been quite open and honest with each other. He thumbs through the diary and looks at you and says, maybe your leader of Vioran can come up with a way for you guys to more conveniently move around this world using this diary. You should keep it. I suggest you give it to him. I trust it will be in safe hands in Vioran. He then thanks you, asks you to leave swiftly and quietly, and gives you a pouch of 400 plat.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And you guys leave.
How much gold did I get from before, from the 80 gold? Did that happen?
It was 15.
It was 15 each.
Yeah,
it was 60 gold.
Yeah, I took your cover of it, your part of it, because you were asleep.
Okay.
So I have your extra 15 gold.
Well, assuming
but
you
I
give that to
assume
me at some
I would
point.
have given it to you.
Yeah.
With this platinum.
And
probably
how much
diced it
plat
up
did you
and
say?
400.
So 100 plat each.
100 plat each.
1,000 gold.
Yep, told you can keep everything
No.
else, provided that you don't discuss the certain details he's asked and you
Cool.
tell no one about what happened here.
Yeah, sure.
And he can rely on your faith in the future. He
Yeah.
Do
bids
we
you
have
well.
orbs for Viorum?
You do not, but you specifically remember how the orbs looked and what they were like from down in the temple, and given the diary, you're already thinking about ways that you can talk to Dasamar about how you could potentially incorporate these two things together and make something, as Mercer suggested, more useful.
So is this before the creation of the Viorum orbs? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And he bids you on your way. He tells you that he's already he's got a contact, and to go, why not go get some hot buns and meet your, what's the word?
Contact.
Yeah, sure. That.
Liaison.
Yeah, that kind of thing. I was going to say like regal point, but that does not make any sense.
Nope.
Like the point you go to when you go back somewhere was what I was going for. But yeah.
Oh, you cut off when you said it. What was it?
Rendezvous.
Rendezvous.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go. That's what I was going for. That's exactly what I was saying. Go back to your rendezvous. Why don't you get some hot buns? And he winks at you and implies that you should go back to the bakery.
I
Okay.
said
The alleyway next to it.
buns.
We go back to the bakery.
And thus,
And you find your friend.
We
He's
travelled.
avidly awaiting while eating a hot bun, saying, "You ready to go?
Oh, that guy. I hate that guy.
Just a bit waiting."
that motherfucker.
Wait, hang on. Yes, hello, Fenry. Hurry up. I have no time for
Not
your
gonna
various
fold this,
theatrics.
Maya.
A moment.
Not going to fuck
Come
up
on,
the
go and
spell,
get
are
moving.
we?
I've got other places to be, you know. This is the only way we get people around nowadays. I've got other people to
Yes,
drop off.
shut up. Evelyn's talking.
I think we've done an excellent job, and I just want to say how, even though our team may be unorthodox and strange, I think we worked together perfectly as a team, and I hope we have more missions in the future. Well done to all.
Just before you leave, you see
Yes.
Fenry eating his hot bun and something fall in front of his face as he goes and looks in front of him, and you see a white lotus flower fall in front of him and land on the floor.
Oh,
And you end. Done.
Hooray!
Hey! That's very good. That's very good.
Well done, Sevidiem.
Well done.
Sorry it ran a bit late, guys, but we started like well late.
Yeah, we started late.
Yeah, man. Well done. I'm glad that we carried on, as in we able to finish it. I'm glad.
Yeah.
yeah,
I wanted
so
it
am
to
I.
feel like finite, but like it wasn't the end of the world. But this
Yeah.
part was definitely done, and you can move on from it.
Oh,
Oh, it
man,
was really good.
sorry.
Well done,
Oh,
Sevi.
that was really fucking good. And I
Really
got some
well
cool
done.
shit from it.
Really
so I'm very
enjoyed it.
content.
Yeah,
Even
I hope you
even
guys
for-
enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
really put a lot of effort in.
Yeah, it was really
Even
good.
for- even
I've
for a
tried really
short-
hard, so
Yeah, no, it was great. Like, I had a great time. I think it opens us up a lot more as players. I think, because we've had previous experience, we're able to apply it to this session.
yeah, you all played really different characters, and like you all RP'd like awesome. Like you're all really
which was
different.
great.
Yeah.
Like I love the voices from you two. That was hilarious. Avelyn, like you really
I
played
try.
up to it. Taran, a whole different character, and
Even
like,
you though,
I liked
Avelyn, you
the
didn't
more
have your
interesting
voice.
side.
Avelyn doesn't sound like Nemea, so that was still
Yeah,
a
no,
voice
that's
in
true,
my
that's true.
opinion.
You all really embraced something different, and I like that you were all really different and kind of didn't work, but did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this
Taran
really...
was by no means El Castle Leal, so that was good.
No, completely not. And I love the strange mother-daughter relationship where she's telling him off, not run ahead, but he's sort of, best go check on her. And you two have this sort of jovial friendship that you can tell has sort of been there for years, and you all sort of cohesively work together, and like, but you're all really different and independent. Like you all RP'd and made my life really easy.
I
so
like
I'm great.
all three of my characters, which are miserable dickhead, attempted leader, and jovial prankster.
Yeah.
It's true. But you all did awesome. Thank you for making my life really easy because I was terrified about this, and you actually
You've
made it really
done
enjoyable. and fun.
amazing. So,
Yeah, you did really well. You should be very happy.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
literally so amazing.
You know, for anyone who's watched us during these last 5 sessions has it been now?
4.
Five?
4. It's 4.
You know, I hope that they've enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, me too.
You know, because it's you know, we've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I definitely have enjoyed it.
I know that Adam has sent on the session, specifically the first session when we were all off our face, to anyone who will listen. So thank you for that. And I hope those people enjoyed it and watched the whole thing to its conclusion. Especially since it's sort of like a shorter thing, although I appreciate these sessions nonetheless are like 3-4 hours. So speaking of, we'll be doing the return to the main campaign next week. Who Ulrich is playing?
I can't wait to come back.
what did you say there, Josh? While everyone was
Who
wooing?
Ulrich is playing?
Who Ulrich is playing is up in the air, though it may be Taran, it may not be, and if it is Taran, we still need to decide how
We
that's
need to
going to
discuss
look.
this.
Yeah, I haven't written the first session back, but I know roughly what I want to do with it. But we will be bringing in 2 new player characters, Amy and Adam, longtime watchers of the show. If it's that, I don't know. And I
The only fans.
and I
okay,
think
man.
that Adam will probably be playing first, and then Amy will be playing when Adam's not playing, and we're going to switch back and forth in that vein because they have a young baby, Aiden, and one of them's going to be looking after Aiden whilst the other one plays on a Tuesday, and then we're going to switch that character out back and forth probably every 2-3 sessions.
We should cut the stream.
Well, that's why I'm saying it on stream. So tune in next Tuesday for the return to the main campaign. I hope you enjoyed this. Goodbye, stream.
Bye,
Goodbye,
stream.
stream.
Bye, stream.